What up, what up, what up, what up? It's about to go down. You understand? I don't know who told you what, but
ain't nothing but a gangsta ball. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
You done fucked up, man.
Uh-oh.
You done put two of America's most wanted in the same motherfucking place.
In the same place? At the same time? Who did that?
What up? What up?
Who in the world let this happen?
What up, Patty? What up, Natasha? What up, Alex?
Natasha, what up? What up, Raina? Patty's in the building. Yeah. Tonight is getting ready to go down. I just want to say I'm so happy to be over here on the God channel, Ptah, over there rocking with his crowd. I've been trying to get this thing together for a long time. Right here, now we done it. What's up, Jared? And over here on my squad, what up, everybody? Introducing the God. You gotta make sure you follow the Lord's channel for sure. Y'all gonna be in love before it's over with here in a few seconds. All right. For sure, you need to share this right off the gate. You know what I'm saying? Like, press 1 if you shared. Team Taurus. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, Georgia.
You know what I mean? Virgo, Carolina in the building.
It's getting ready to get popping up in here. So we definitely appreciate y'all. We getting ready to talk about your relationships, recoding your relationships. So this has been a hot topic lately. It's probably going to always stay a hot topic. So, but we want to go ahead and give y'all what we feel is the facts from an astrological side, a psychological side, and 2 real niggas side. Yeah. We just want to really keep it real 100 with y'all and God bodies, the kings. You ladies keep talking about y'all want leadership. Well, we're going to bring it to you right now. You understand? Yeah. So, like, but for me, I always get mine started with prayer. Then we're going to just make this joint pop off, all right? Abdul Kul Tafel Atat, Wabazum, Gama Farragoon, Shalel Kulum. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Estunje, Elaku. All right, let's get this joint popping.
I say, let's get it.
What's up, Misha Lewis? And when you come up in here,
what up, Pat?
What up, Tweet? What up, Brandy? Make sure you share, press 1, and please make sure you drop your zodiac and what city and state you represent. Man, you the one. All this is really your fault, because when you was talking the other night about women and men need to communicate better, why did you even do a video talking about men and women need to communicate better?
I did it because I see it. I see it everywhere. You know, I deal with relationships. Also because I do it from a standpoint because I really care. I just happen to be a petty nigga. I happen to be a artistic type of dude, very intellectual type of dude, but I'm petty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it to him real. You know what I mean?
Virgo.
I got Saturn in the 3rd, conjuncting Pluto and Scorpio, so I'm gonna give it to him real. And I ain't gonna motherfucking shit over nothing.
Listen, you know y'all ain't getting no mini readings tonight. Nope, we just going in. Now, we might go over and glaze you over if we see a little something. If you know your chart, we may talk to you. As long as y'all been watching us, you should know where your Venus is at. We should be able to be like, yo, Jared, where your Mercury at? Rudy, where's your Jupiter at? You see what I'm saying? So if you know where some of your planets is and you holler at us like that, then we rock and rock with you. But we're not getting ready to stop. This ain't what that's about. This is about getting down with the relationships and from an astrological space and relationship science. This is my philosophy why I wanted to get in so much. I can't stand romance.
Why?
Because romance is the death of relationships. So let me do the history on the word romance. Romance comes from the Romantic period, which is in the country of France. And when in France, they were not even bathing. They were using perfume that smells good to cover up the funk. Covering the funk up.
Y'all hear that?
And they were lyricists. They was writing all this poetry to get the coochie.
You did.
But then they was giving up it was the home of the 2-minute brother. So now I wrote you this long poem.
Right.
I sprayed the funk over, I didn't wash. And now all of a sudden I get up in here talking about how I'm gonna trounce you all night, and I done hit it twice, gave you the claps, and went to sleep. And now you got to stay with me.
Right.
That's where romance comes from. And most people have been romanticizing their relationships. They've been romanticizing metaphysics. They've been romanticizing like just getting a job and going to work. They don't be looking at the scientific facts of a relationship.
Right.
So what I always use relationship science is like gas and oil. So you had your whip. How often did you put gas in it?
Almost every 2 days.
And then how often did you put oil in it?
Almost every month.
So why would you put oil in your car every time you put gas in it?
Nope.
Why not?
Because didn't need it at that time. It didn't call for it.
Because the mathematical formula said I only need 5 quarts of oil and I need 12 gallons of gas. That's 80% gas, 20% oil. We need 80% relationship science and 20% romance.
Right.
So I ain't saying shut romance down.
Right.
Put it in its proportion. So whoever's driving, if you keep putting a whole bunch of oil in your whip, aka romance, it's like putting, I like chocolate cake.
Right.
But if you put 50% icing on there and 50% cake, I'm not gonna eat it.
Right.
Your grandma wouldn't even do that to you.
Right. Getting 70% cake, 30% icing.
See, he a little heavy because he chocolate. You see what I'm saying? That's how he doing. He want to go even heavier. He doing 70-30, which is and that's where you get your range at. You can go 70-30, 80-20, and 90-10. But if you take all the romance out, it's gonna be too dry.
Right.
If you take all the science out, it's gonna be too sweet.
Right.
And what happens if you eat a whole bunch of chocolate?
Right.
Rotten mouth.
Right.
Then you complaining. And then you like, I don't understand why Ptah didn't do this. Khayr, why you doing such and such? And woo, 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 woo. Because you ain't dealing with the facts.
Right.
That lead right into the astrology. Why are they doing relationships without asking somebody where their Venus is at?
Message, y'all. You know what I mean?
Would you do that?
See, I wouldn't do it.
You sure?
No, because you know.
Are you doing that? I mean, you know, talk to us about some relationships.
Right.
Are you going into another relationship without looking at somebody's chart? Are you sure?
They natal chart is their resume for being with this enterprise.
The enterprise.
The enterprise. My nigga Jared said, "What's the difference between romance and science?"
Science is duplicatable. Romance is fugazi. It's I'm hoping that it sticks. Yeah. Ain't no science in it. You see what I'm saying? And so science is both of us playing our lanes. Where she's the woman, she's the queen, and I'm the king, and I'm the man. That's yin and yang. Romance is when you get somebody talking about, why can't we both lead?
Right.
Or why can't you? Or why don't you go get the gun when I hear somebody trespassing downstairs?
Right.
That's romance. You know, if it's all fair. Romance is, I'm gonna let you go out there and march at the Black Lives Matter so you can get shot, and I just be crying for you. Oh, right. She got shot.
Right.
That's romance. Science is, I'll go march, and you go home and do the magic. I got the police chief picture. I got the police chief picture, and we're gonna put the black candle on him with the salt. Whoop de whoop de whoop.
You know what I'm saying?
You stay at the crib. Here go this little tray pound. Anybody come to the door is not me.
You did.
And I'm gonna be out here. You gonna also have a picture of white candle surrounding me for protection while I'm out here.
Right.
See, that's science.
You did.
Romance is, girl, let's go on out here and we gonna march because the men ain't strong enough. How you feel about that when women be talking about where these men at? When the men gonna stand up? What you got to say about that right there?
Let me say this, and I'm gonna bring this to the relationship because this is how I look at it.
Okay.
I said this the other day, y'all. You gotta let a man be a man, not when you want him to be a man, and not how you want him to be a man. You don't want to have this nigga kill a spider, but the next minute when he like, hey baby, I've been at work all day, I'm hungry, baby. Can you cook me some food?
Whoop whoop. Whip that.
I ain't your motherfucking housemaid. You go there and cook too. Like, baby, come on now. Let's work with the dynamics. What we got here?
Pause on. She don't know that that's making my dick get soft.
She don't know. Y'all heard that.
I don't even want it. Now I don't want you.
Now I just go in there and cook and go to sleep.
Until Becky texts me. And show
now
me
you motivated.
No, because I ain't gonna let her know Becky text me. Because Becky texted me and Becky didn't send me a shot of her pussy. She sent me a picture of a plate of oxtails and rice. I wonder why he laughing. Why he laughing?
Real shit.
Because he on the way over to see Rashida or whatever her name is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
right.
Girl, coach just called. I'll be right back.
Right. Right.
Come back. Stomach be all full. What happened? I just had some banging oxtails and rice. You don't want to have sex with me tonight? Remember that mouth you had like 2 hours ago?
Right.
I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? Now she on the internet looking at how to make motherfucking oxtails.
But she need to be on the internet learning to watch that mouth.
Yeah, indeed.
Can you talk about these women and their mercury, how they gets them in trouble?
Ladies, let me just say this. Off the rip, learn to filter what you say. Because I'm going to say, I got 3 reasons why I say this, right? Us as a man, right? We men. Men have to learn how to filter and how to talk to people because one, men know that if we get into it with somebody else, there's a chance of one of us getting hurt. If it goes to a point where there's a physical altercation. Because we can't just run around here and talk to anybody any kind of way. You know why? Because there's a liability that you might get into a fight with somebody. Now, do you want to get into a fight that day just because of some shit you said? You see what I'm saying? Ladies, when you filter what you say, you get a 3-second time frame to understand how is this going to affect him? How is that going to make him feel? A lot of times people don't think about what they say until after there's a reaction from it. A lot of the times, me as a man, I think about what I'm going to say to somebody, how I'm going to say it, and I'm thinking about how that's going to affect them. That's what I do. You know why I do that? Because words got power, but words also got consequences. Words got power, but they also got consequences.
And you women always talking about y'all magic. Well, what do the roster say? Words sound power. Words sound power, but you're not monitoring the words that are coming out your mouth. But then you want the king to be all everything. He got to be all omni. He got to be all on time. He can't be looking at Becky. He got to break it back at night. He got to do this right here. He got to know about magic and ritual and meditation. But you ain't got to watch your mouth.
Right.
And then you say, well, come on, you know, I'm not your girlfriend. That's your problem. And now I got to switch to the brothers. Do not take her off the block from her girlfriends when you get with her. Her girlfriends can assist you because instead of her talking your head off, she can still talk their head off.
Right.
Talk business with me, talk heads off with them. A lot of you brothers just be like, you know, y'all going so hard of a cuffing season, right. You know,
and don't even know where she at. Female friends be like, what you been? We ain't had our little Wednesday mimosas and nothing, you know what I'm saying?
And then now you got to play the role of the girlfriend and the king. Dead that. Don't try to be the king and the girlfriend, bro. Back to relationship science. Stay in your lane. Don't romantically get. Yes, she can talk to me.
Right.
Yeah, you can talk to me about most anything. But I'm also a king. I'm not I'm not the high priest. This ain't confessional. Right. Because a lot of times, this is real spit too, women be trying to come confess to you, so you'll have feel like you obligated to confess to them. I'm not obligated to confess to you. I got one God. And for me, that's why my relationship science on the spiritual side is you got to match up with me. I need you to love God more than you love me. Because I love God more than I love you. You second. I can't love you more than I love God. You know what I'm saying? But the only person that beat you was the Almighty. And that's when relationships start getting stronger. That's a science we got to get back to having God first.
Speaking on that, having God first, but then also to tie that in, ladies, keep it 100. Because I'm going to tell y'all fellas, always have your own mission in mind. And what I mean by that is the goals and the principles that you lived by before you met them. Stick to those principles because a woman actually appreciates you when she knows that she's actually second to you. Because when you become first in her life and you're always just the one that is draining her energy and you're spending all this time with her, she's like, well, nigga, what you building? What you got going on for you? What does she have going? You know what I mean? They would ask you that. A woman is really, really in love when she sees that you're building something. That could be something even if you're building yourself up and you're working on yourself. She wants to know that you're dedicated to a mission because men were builders by nature. You see what I'm saying?
And destroyers.
She respect and will destroy you. So she always wants to look at you and see what type of missions are you completing. What do you got going on in your life where you're not just so consumed and wrapped up in me? Have your time to be with them. Yeah, love them. Always dedicate your time to them, but always have a mission and goal that you're completing for yourself on a personal level, spiritual level. You see what I'm saying? They love that. They love that.
It's what we can do together. You see what I'm saying? But like you said, don't lose. That's what romance will do.
Right.
Romance will have you imitating your partner versus being who you really are. What did Jay-Z said in Runaway? He said my baby mama harder than a lot of you niggas. Keep it 100, you hit the lottery, nigga.
Right.
So when you keep it 100 and say, I'm out here about this life, this Rockaway. Why? Because you look at the last song on 444 and it was Legacy. And his daughter, the very first lyric on the song said, Daddy, what's a will? And that's on us from leadership. It's our job to come with leadership from the top so we can enter and have something, not just protect you from gun or violence, but protect you from economic sanctions, help protect you from emotional craziness. And the best way to do that is to get some coins. Is to get some coins. So I have to veer off a little bit to the Hoteppers. The Hoteppers is like,
you got to get at the Hoteppers.
I know they get on my nerves a little bit.
You got to get at them.
I'm really sick and tired of you thinking that your Hotep crew is just good enough for you to get some land,
right,
some solar panels,
and what about a river?
and a house made of tires by the creek. The creek ain't that long and that wide.
Right.
Where the sanitation at? Oh, you don't need the internet no more, right? You on the internet looking at us right now. What you ordered? See this jade chain? This came through the mail, but I could track it through the post office using the internet. Age of Aquarius.
Right.
This is not the age of Pisces. Y'all gonna have to let go of that religious dogma thing. I love ancient Kemet. I love my ancestors in Africa. I really like the extraterrestrials that I came from. I don't know when y'all gonna get radical like that right there, start talking about the extraterrestrials.
Really?
But why is it that you constantly trying to beat me up with religion, trying to say I was suppressed? I don't gotta keep talking about who's suppressing me if I'm talking about what we doing currently right now. I need some land, a creek, solar panels. I need a $1 million crib. I don't need no $1 million crib made out of tires. I'm sorry. I can't. I just seen a 10-bedroom mansion.
Royalty,
the other come from kings and queens. Why would I stay in?
Right.
What my ancestors looking at me like?
Right.
Nigga, you in some tires.
Right, nigga, we gave you all this motherfucking shit that you could work with. This is what you come up with.
You built this hot ass altar, and we sitting on your altar. You gave us all this food and goats and ancestor money.
Right.
And you trying to tell me you going to move us into some tires?
Right.
No. How about that?
Right.
No. And wait a minute. All we got is like 3 acres and some goats. What the internet?
See?
What a YouTube channel? We want multiple streams of income. My ancestors want multiple streams of income. Yeah. I don't know what your ancestors. My ancestors never came and told me, you know what? You should only just have one stream of income, and we want you to get off the grid. Did your ancestors tell you that? Man, I'm just throwing a joke. Now, did your ancestors tell you to stop driving without license too?
Right.
Huh? And going sovereign? I ain't mean to do that, but I just had to say it.
It's real shit. Man, go and look, man. Master Musa, my motherfucking goddamn idol right there when it come to getting it. Master Musa.
Richest ever. They really ain't got no total. They just estimating it was around 400 billion. That means you got to put the top 20 together to get close to carrying his jockstrap.
Real shit.
So if that's my ancestor, why I need to get off the grid? He made a pilgrimage from West Africa all the way across Africa, got to Egypt that had paper, they had gold, and messed up their whole economy because he gave away so much gold. Now pause. He on the way to Mecca, so he giving the whole time. So we never know how much gold did he leave with.
Right.
He done gave a mad gold coming across Africa. Sprinkle. Then he got to Egypt. He was like, oh, my Nubians.
Right.
Fatum.
Like that. You feel me? Like that.
To the Pharaoh was like, excuse me. He's company and everything, but can you please go down there and ask him, can he come have court with us? Bruh, you messing up the economy.
Right.
Like, just like, take some of that to Mecca. He said, well, I got enough for Mecca too. It was like, well, damn, what how you got it? He said he make a typhoon up in that joint.
You feel me?
So I don't understand all that. Which since you've been here, you see, I'm showing you how everybody around here talking about millions.
Right.
Not even stacks no more.
Yeah, it's about M's.
Right. So how in the world can you make a relationship go forward? That's what the whole title is. Recoding your relationship. The old code is woe out.
And speaking on that, like I said in my video, any partner that I get with, I look to see how can we make money together? How can we build a brand? How can we build an enterprise? Any person I get with, it's a partnership. Relationships is more than just love. It's a business at the same time. When we want to talk about marriage, it's a unity, but it's also about building something, right? I could love you all my life, but also, baby, I want to see what are we building from this love. I want to see how much you trust me with this brand that we're trying to go into. I want to see how much you trust me when it gets so close that you feel like you want to fall and you feel like we might be failing. Baby, just hold on, baby. Just wait the next month to see these orders come in, baby. Don't you believe in me, right? Because I believe in you. If my sweetie is trying to write a book, I ain't going to tell her, hey, baby, man, put that to the side, man. We got to do, baby, write that book and make sure it's the best book so we can keep this residuals coming in. So we can take that trip motherfucking to Cayman Islands, you see what I'm saying, baby?
Once every 2 months.
While helping other people in their life at the same time. You see what I'm saying? Very real.
And it's really important that this go back to relationship science. So when you look at the I Ching, it's got 8 yin elements and 4 yin elements and 4 yang elements. So you got heaven and earth, fire and water, mountain and lake, and you got wind and thunder, right? So each element is one of your 8 systems that come into your psychic channels from your meridians. So you got all these meridians, you got 360 plus meridians, come down to 12, come down to 8. So everybody has these 8 running in them. One of them is like going to be like the most for what leads you, but for women, y'all have to take the visionary piece and hold on to it tighter because the yin is y'all's lane. Win with yin is my philosophy. When I get a woman who is all young and she like getting up in my face to argue and stuff like that, I don't do that. Spray me with some water. Spray me with some perfume. Hit me with some orgasm. You know what I'm saying? Touch the clit and then put it around my face or something. Watch how I start acting right. But when you bring fire, imitation fire to real fire, I cannot let you win because I ain't built like that. Right. But if you come with the yin element, you can always win because then that's the water that supports. And then on top of that, it's power in your femininity off the rip for the simple fact that you are a magnetic being. You see what I'm saying? I'm electric, you magnetic. Let's attract and let's manifest. That's electromagnetism. Right. Electromagnetism. That's science. Oh, I'm magnet. Well, let me put some electricity to it. Well, hold on. How do I know? Well, whoop, 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 whoop. And I'm going to go really hard. It's your mama fault and your auntie fault and the people at the beauty salon fault and the women at the church fault who got you in the situation now because you listened to people who had unsuccessful relationships. And you got coded with unsuccessful habits. And then you want to sit here and wonder, say, well, why is this stuff going this way? Whoop-de-whoop. Now, I see a lot of y'all hitting the stars and all that, but I don't see nobody sharing. Okay, so share if you care. We need to get these numbers up. Do you have some people that you know is in a jammed up situation that would benefit from hearing 2 wise kings who keep it 1,000 with you? All the way. So please, can I hit you? Please press 1 if you're going to share this or you have already shared this. Thank you, Omasade. She kind of cute too. Hey, you be having the dimes on your joint. I mean, I got dimes on mine too now. Peace, Miro. Absolutely. Like, what up, Mia? What up, Ty? Yeah. We got some stars over here, but the sisters need to see this, and the brothers too. And some of you brothers sisters got to make sure y'all not too aggressive. And some of you brothers need to. I was gonna do a workshop on this, and I was gonna charge $99 for this one. I'm gonna give them this on the house right here. $3.99 right now. We are free 99. Now, okay, now just listen what I'm telling you. Brothers, I'm going to give y'all the key. Do you know what a woman really wants from you? What she wants from every man, what turns her on and really triggers the submissive. Because, you know, the women was like, I don't know if I should submit to him and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop and did he do this and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Right. Do this here first, brothers. This right here is the universal pass key. You know what you do? Talk like you grabbing your nuts. See, some of you all are not speaking from your nuts.
And niggas ain't keeping it real. Niggas be in inbox. Ladies, don't y'all know? Niggas be in the inbox. Hey, peace queen. Mother Goddess Hotel. I just want to see that you're radiant today. Grand rising, ma'am. And like, give it 100, my niggas. Come on. I'm telling y'all, I'm a real one. Out here in these streets, for real. I'm in the A. I'm telling you. The same ones that you're in the inbox and they're like, hey, peace, Mother Queen. Hit them up with some real shit. What's up, Shot? How you doing there? I see you looking beautiful, but hey, I noticed that you was in the same state I'm in. Can I get to know you a little bit better? Can we just talk and vibe?
Do you know how many women have told me and said, if you just wanted to fuck, you should have said so.
Just said so.
Right.
Y'all niggas be playing. I'm telling you. He telling you the shit.
Speak from your nuts. And ladies, it shouldn't take him that long to speak from his nuts. If he's scared to speak from his nuts, then guess what? Then you probably attracted someone, law of attraction, you done attracted someone who don't have nuts to speak from, and then you gotta wonder is, why did I attract someone who ain't speaking from his nuts?
And then on top of that, you know that ain't what you really want. But then you gotta look at yourself, because you might get with a nigga who really speak from his nuts, and then you ain't ready for it. You ain't ready for it. Because trust me, if you think you a shark and you get with a nigga that acting like a penguin, you gonna be looking at your food like, huh, nigga, I eat niggas like this, but then you may keep him around just to make you feel better, but that ain't what you need to grow. You don't want that. You gonna consume that, and then you're gonna be looking for somebody who's gonna really sit here and be like, baby, we sharks, baby, this is how we move, baby, this is how we get down. You messing with penguins and shit, and you don't even want that. You know you don't want a nigga who ain't speaking from his nuts. You know you don't want to do like that. If you know you want a real man, then act like a real woman, because you know you want a real man, and let that energy just synergize. For real.
This is relationship science. This is the new code. This is the new code. Aquarius is I know, radical changes, networking, and socializing.
Right.
Waiting. Now, I'm not saying that you got to go and be aggressive, because all you got to do is be yourself and your light gonna shine and a real nigga will show up. And some of y'all is like, well, I ain't had sex for like 3 years. Like, where the king at? Because the king don't want nobody who ain't having sex. Oh, God. You don't know what I'm talking about. Am I going too hard?
No.
No.
Cut it on real. And guess what? Now, this is the flip side to it. She don't want a motherfucker who ain't got no pussy and can't get no pussy. She want a nigga where she can smell it on him to the point where she be like, yeah, I need to be on my A game when I'm fucking with this nigga, goddamn. Because I know if I slip up, then you may be a queen, you might got to want to sleep in the motherfucker, right?
You mean the ladies like, they want to know that we can get some pussy?
The ladies always want to know that there's another chick that want to fuck her nigga. But she don't want a nigga though. She don't want him to fuck her, and she don't want him to fuck. But come on, ladies. Y'all know, because you know what it is? The ladies want a winner. They don't want to win, they want a winner. They want a nigga. The ladies want a nigga that's cooler than them. They want to look at their man and be like, that's my man. That nigga cool as fuck. I ain't cool as fuck. But this is the reality, ladies. Keeping it 100. If you know that's what you want and you know that's the reality of what it is, don't get mad when other women want to fuck your nigga. That's just the reality. You should be honored. The same way, if I'm with a motherfucking female, I'm honored that niggas want to fuck my shorty. And guess what? Me and my shorty, we talk like that. We could talk and communicate about it. And I know she a motherfucking snack. She walk around looking like a snack. But guess what? I got Venus and Leo, baby. I got Mars and Leo, baby. I got Mercury and Leo.
Damn, you damn lit up right now. With the stellium in there too right now. You going cray-cray.
Yeah, so you know I look at it with some pride. You know what I'm saying? I take pride in that because I know at the end of the day, also, I got her heart. We reach each other on many levels. At the end of the day, I don't care if a nigga pull up beside her somewhere and I ain't around, a nigga in the Maserati, nigga talking that good game, he can't give her what I can give her. And she ain't gonna risk that. And if she do want to risk it, then guess what type of dude I am? Hey baby, if you need to go and try to see what that, okay, go ahead and take that L, because you're gonna get an L, but I'm not gonna stop you because I want you to have that experience of knowing that my wisdom and my guidance is for a reason. It's for your protection. I'm not possessive, it's for your protection.
Some women say they have the vagina attached to love. If your woman, if your queen, your shorty, and who love you, and homie pull up and shoot game, and she give him some snaps, does that mean she don't love you?
You know what? I'm gonna say this because I would say every single woman is different based off the fact of this. You only judge for what you know, but what I mean by that is this. If she's naive enough to attach her pussy to what she think is love, and she don't exercise that, she don't know what she got, and I can't deal with that. You know why I can't deal with that? Because you're not based on dealing with principles and understanding yourself. That shows me you don't understand yourself enough. And what I mean by that is that's a woman. But I can't fault you, because guess what? I'll never hold it over your head. I'll just say, hey, baby, you just ain't ready for a real nigga like me. There's going to be a lot of tests that you have to go through in this thing called life. Even in the relationship dynamics. For me, I get tested every day. I'm in the A. I'm around beautiful women, but my woman's beautiful too. But you know what I always tell her though? I say, hey baby, you a nasty motherfucker, and that's what I like, right? But you also conduct yourself like a woman, right? There's a lot of different women out here I can be smashing, but they can't do it the way she do it. I'm talking about nasty. Nasty. So I value the nasty, but I also value the spiritual component that I have that, because she reaches on this level, and she also will hit that primitive level for me. And then, so when I'm out here, yeah, I'm a man, I look around, but guess what? I also deal with principles to where I know at the end of the day, that's no different than me. I can go and watch Pornhub and find a bad bitch better than that, and I'll be fine, and I'll get right back to this. You know what I mean? What up, Veronica?
Veronica's in the building. Hey, we need that gear, Lord. We need some sponsorship on this new channel. We're getting ready to have a podcast. So, you know, maybe we could get, you know what I'm saying, Veronica brand, you know what I'm saying, on the podcast, on the YouTube channel. You know, holler at us. You know, we like we open to work with you. You know, we like that greatness.
You know what I mean? I like V-necks, baby. I like V-necks,
you know,
baby.
I got my arms out. I need something with the sleeves out. So, you know, get at us now. We can work with that. And we definitely would appreciate if you share this on your page, because we're trying to get the recoding of relationships out here to the family. And the more people that share this on their page, then the more people can see this. You see what I'm saying? Thanks, Aaron. Salute for sure. Shay is in the building. What's up, Mama? E is in the building. Absolutely. So the other piece about that is, when I ask that question, I say I can't judge whether you love me or not by what you do with your vagina, because I already know I have to be true to myself, and everybody got an astrology chart like a fingerprint. Which is why I say there's no such word as cheating. So I'm gonna help y'all with the recode. This is my section.
It's the recode.
There is no such thing as cheating. Period. Because what somebody do is the truth. What they told you might have been one thing, but what they did and what they showed you was the facts. Showed you the facts. You understand? So I'm not gonna look over here and be like, oh, you cheated. For one, how can I possess the pussy? That means that for some kind of way that you possess the penis. And you don't scrub it like I scrub it.
And I'm happy.
And don't depend on me for the vaginal hygiene that you do with yours, because it's your responsibility. And so if I'm not in the shower, I do this like that on my phone. Somebody I was talking to, they was like, oh, somebody saw you on my phone. I was like, is they paying part of the bill? What they doing picking your phone up in the first place other than to hand it to you? Right. They shouldn't be doing nothing else than checking through the phone, period. So if I see that you are what you are, you got Venus and Gemini, how can I trip? Right. But if I got Venus and Gemini, which I do, and you got Venus and Capricorn, and then I understand the dynamic of what you don't expect. Right. But I'm me. I got Venus in Gemini. Right. You got Venus in Capricorn, so you are here. I ain't moving, and you shouldn't either. Oh, I ain't trying to change your position. Right. You can't change mine. And somebody earlier asked me, they was like, what if you got two people who got different dynasty goals? Then y'all should be with different people. Different people. You should be with different people. Yep. Be with, if y'all ain't got the same, if y'all ain't got a good synastry or composite, then be with somebody else who you can. Yep. It's only 3,555,555,998 other people that you have an option to go and see. Yo, here go my Venus. Where your Venus at? Some of y'all, that might be what the name of the channel should be. Where your Venus at?
And then speaking on that, the communication aspect of keeping it 100 off the rip. Early. Off the rip. Because at the end of the day, like you said, there's no such thing as cheating. And this is why when it comes to how I get down, like you said, I don't control your pussy. I can't make you do nothing. I can't make you do nothing against your will. You can't make me do nothing. But what we could do is we can have an open communication, and I can be honored to be with you, right? And I could be noble enough to keep it 100 with you and hold my integrity as a man, and also let you know straight up, hey, matter of fact, me and my shorty have this conversation all the time where I let her know all the time, because we open, we don't get to the point where it's like we're disrespectful to the point where she'll be like, yeah, I like this nigga right here. But we talking about people off of TV, right? She might be like, my more snack. I'm like, it's all right, Ma, you're a snack to me too, goddamn. But we know what each other likes, but we also know that we're keeping it 100, where we saying, that's just a snack, but I like what I have with you, because the reality is, you can go out there and fuck somebody, but you think you about to run out to the sunset. Now, these are some people who do get that fucked up. They may go run out to somebody thinking they got a better option than what they really got, and then when the shit get fucked, that's when they want to come back. We don't do that. You see what I'm saying? We just keep 100. We communicate. But just because we communicate about these things, that don't mean we do it. But we just open. She feels free to be able to talk to me like that. And I feel free. You know why? Because we don't judge. Because we both petty and we both like to have fun. She a Cancer, Scorpio rising.
Oh, boy.
So, you know, and look, Pluto and Jupiter in the first, my nigga.
Oh, boy. She wants it to be late. She wants you to bring the Thor hammer every time.
Every time.
You have to make sure.
Mars in the 8th house.
Oh, yeah. You got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Y'all should learn this lingo so y'all understand what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like we might be talking some really civil or scientific or some real nasty stuff, and you don't even know the difference what we talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go and say, I ain't gonna interpret it for you what he just said, but I heard what he just said, and I was just like, ooh wee. So what's up, Erica? Thank you, Billie Jean, for joining. We appreciate all of y'all for coming through. Y'all could be somewhere else. And for those of you all who just got up in here, everybody is sharing. Sharing is caring. What's up, LaDC? When you go back to the beginning of this one, you're going to be like, ooh wee, them boys killed it. So back to the communication part. Dang, you had said something, then you went to the word open. I done forgot that piece, but open relating means I'm honest to be open about my feelings, about how I feel, period, for me. Because I don't know how long you gonna last, but me and my heart gonna be here forever. So if I start hiding what's in my heart, then my heart gonna be torturing me long after you gone, or your heart gonna be torturing you long after you gone. So it's better for me to keep it 1,000 and stay honest with who first? Myself, which is a big one. So many of us lie to ourselves, caught up in romance, because you was on some Barbie and Ken. You see what I'm saying? We not Ken. We roll with G.I. Joe. Ken always looked at G.I. Joe and was like, man, I wish I was. They having a ball over there. But the girl, where did you have Ken at? In the pink Corvette. Right. He was not driving. He was in the pink everything, but he wasn't driving though. Right. And he was sitting at the table drinking tea. Ken was a beta male. He might have been a C male. He might not have been a B. You see what I'm saying? He might not even made it to B. He definitely was an alpha. But over there with Cobra Kai and them, you know what I'm saying? They was getting busy over there. And they was getting pussy. Right. See what I'm saying? We still ain't sure. We still ain't sure because Ken wasn't even anatomically correct. When he pulled his pants down, he ain't had nothing right there. Right. So then the women was like, oh, this normal. Right. He supposed to have like what I'm having. Real shit. That's not normal. That's why we have to reprogram. You got to, first off, it's my fault. We should have called it deprogram to reprogram. Shouts out to Sister Myra who taught me that right there when I first started studying astrology. Deprogram to reprogram, because some of us are carrying so much toxic energy that we get to another new relationship that we cried and prayed for. Oh, I know what I was getting ready to say. Watch the ones and twos. Women, your psychic power and magic is stronger than ours. We some bad niggas. We tough. We get ritual down, but we have to work harder at what's natural for you. So then when you sit there and pray, even if it ain't good for you, 9 times out of 10, you'll get it. Right? But here's a piece right here that they're not going to like this. I think the number's about to drop when I say this. And it go for me and him too. You get what you deserve. Ooh. He would the queen he with because he deserve it. He don't got a liar with him because his #1 defense is telling the truth. But if you got a sucker with you who like to fight with you, be arguing, going back and forth, ain't got no leadership, that's what you deserve.
Yep. It's lessons that you haven't woken up to.
And lessons you don't learn only get harder.
Yep.
And so then you get in and say, well, this joker don't qualify. But guess what? You deserve him, and he showed up. And he's bringing you the activation code. He's bringing you the activation code so you can deprogram and stop attracting. But you ain't going to be able to stop attracting that which you don't like until you address it and say, this nigga's my soulmate. Right. Or this sister is my soulmate. And if you don't recognize that right there, then you can keep on getting the same thing, and then you will be back because there's reincarnation, and then you're going to start back on the same old crazy.
And then on top of that, when you're dealing with the rituals and you talking about attracting the mate, right? This is one thing that a lot of people don't like to deal with. When you're attracting the mate and you're doing rituals and doing things of that nature, a lot of times people leave out certain details, right? They think about the shiny things that they want. I want them to be like this, I want this, I want that. But then they don't think about little minute details that comes with that energy, right? And then when it shows up, they don't know how to deal with that because they didn't think about that. You see what I'm saying? They didn't think about the small, I want them to be a strong man. And then when a strong man show up, you like, damn, how do I deal with a strong man? Damn, that's what comes with it? Yeah, that's what comes with it.
Why you didn't ask for no wisdom to come with it? Why you didn't ask for a strong wise man? There was only four more letters. All you had to do was ask for 4 more letters. I want a strong wise man. For me, let me tell this story. Panic had an event, and Eileen Bay was speaking. This was about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, like on sex and all this other kind of stuff. So I was vending, and the ladies came over, and I was like, I don't want no conscious woman. And so, now mind you, it's mad hoteps and consciences around. So
She's there, what? Goofy's there, what?
Shea Butter Queens all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to move nowhere. I don't even, like, I couldn't even get action because all I had to do was just grab in the air, you know and put it on my face. There was that much shea butter in the air. You see what I'm saying? Conditioner and all that mango butter and all that right there was just everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? Naturals and all that. Want no Brazilians or nothing, nowhere. So they said, you don't want nothing conscious? I said, no, I want wet, submissive, wild. No, I'm sorry. I said wet, submissive, and moist. That's what I want. I said we can work with the rest.
Yeah, it is.
I said we can get the consciousness after that. But if I get consciousness and then don't leave out the details, and then get conscious and dry, confrontational, and argumentative, and don't understand your power, and you ain't moist, what we gonna do? Excuse me, I don't know what he gonna do, but that's my G's. But I'm saying, but if it ain't moist, it ain't me. I got to have moistness, because then that moistness mixing with this stiffness, with this, you know what I'm saying, with this polar wood, this oak tree, this jade, you know what I mean? We're gonna make something. We're gonna make something because I need that moistness to shape that. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what that goes on, and they was looking at with their mouth open like, but you conscious. Right. Cool. That's all cool, but that ain't what I need right off the muscle. You understand? I know what I need. So yes, that's what I'm talking about. What's up, Monisha? Thank you for popping up in here. Yep. Malayo, you know some Shea Butter Queens. You in Brooklyn? Don't even act like that. Right. What's up, my G Ryan? I see you up in here getting some some game. Yeah, everybody's up in the building.
I like this.
Right.
And you know the funny thing about it, I wanted to say is that at the end of the day, when it comes down to dealing with relationships, right, and we talking about attracting, right. Be ready when it comes fast. And you might get that motherfucker next month. But you needed 6 months to work on what you was going to work on and shit. We ain't that type of time. So it takes responsibility even when you're dealing with the magic and you're dealing with the rituals. You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
Where is your responsibility? You know what I'm saying? Like, and how do you feel that you are responsible for what you asking for? So slow down and take some time. One book, y'all know we got books. Well, I do. I always got book recommendations. There's a book called, it's by Michael. It's called Finding Your Soulmate. Finding Your Soulmate. However, there's a difference between soulmate and twin flame. So a lot of you conscious folks and Christian people and jumpers from the mosque and the masjid and every place else, you got the whole game twisted because you say you conscious, but you still holding on to some of the romance and you ain't using the science. This brother is my soulmate because he holds a mirror up to me because he won't shit me. If I ask him something, he's like, yep. I'd be like, bro, that don't feel good. I can't believe you talking to me like that. And he'd be like, right. Bro, it's the mirror. And so women that come to us even if it's a challenge or a struggle, or even if it's joy, or if it's an activation on any level, and they're holding the mirror, so I can say, "Ooh, that's me. That's what I look like." That's a soulmate. Yeah. A twin flame. You have to earn. You have to earn. You ain't just be out here and just be like, "Oh, well, we twin, we soulmates, so we just have to be together." Who said you had to have sex with your soulmate? Right. And that's another thing. Please raise your vibration. Quit telling me out your mouth you want to raise your vibration, but you got everything centered around your vagina. Excuse me, that's root chakra. For those of you who ain't into yoga, and for those of you who say you into yoga, but you're doing everything root chakra. That's why I tell them Tantra is from the crown down. From the crown down. When you gonna come and just, I'd rather start from the top down and work through the heart this way than to come up from the root and come from the heart to try to transform. Because ain't no more lies in here. Right. That's whole. My baby mama harder than a lot of you niggas. Keep it 100, you get the lottery, nigga. It's just a lesson. It's just a lesson in the metaphysics. Yep. You see what I'm saying? So why would you continue to do that? So that's why you gotta like deprogram. Stop thinking that the word sex means love. The other day I put a post up and was like, can you ladies love more than one man? And if so, tell the men. And everybody thought I was talking about sex. Right. I didn't say lovers. I didn't say can you have more than one lover. Right. I said can you love more than one woman or one man at a time and then be 100 with it. Yep. Why you can't? What's the problem? It's because of the conditioning and the old programming, the wrong code. So how we gonna do relationships, get money, and leave something for the babies, man? What the babies is learning from us, looking at us, how we doing things now.
You know the funny thing on top of that? I talk with my shorty all the time, and she know off the rip. I told her from day one, because of the type of person I am. I tell her, and I tell everybody, I love all my exes. I love all my exes. Because if I loved you before, I still love you. If I lay down with you, I ain't got nothing bad to say about you. Even if we split from our relationship, they still friends.
Wait a minute, you ain't deleting them from your phone?
Nah.
Wait, your shorty cannot come to you, go through your phone, find your exes and delete them? She can't do that?
Nope.
What you mean? You with her now?
You know why? Because one, she got to understand where my heart is at. She got to understand what type of love I'm operating on. The type of love that I operate on is an appreciative type of love. My love ain't possessive. So by possession, if I was to lose something, I'm going to be all up in shambles about it because I lost it, right? But if I'm taking a whole new direction in where I'm going with my love and how I'm loving with a new person as a lover, that's one thing. But the reason why I don't do that is for two reasons. And this shows how much love and compassion I have by when I let her know that these are people that are alive. They're alive. These are people that I had intimate moments with the same way I'm having intimate moments with you, sweetie. It's the same way I had intimate moments with them, and these people mean something to me. The reason why they mean something to me because these are also milestones and markers in my evolution of love, because I had women show me different levels of love, show me different characteristics and beauty in the woman. So I love to appreciate every single person that I have dealt with. I have nothing bad. You know why? Because there were lessons learned.
So instead of her telling you she's all you need, you're telling me that she should be respectful and appreciative of those women that came before her?
Because the man that you see now has learned so many lessons to the point that when I get with you, there's certain things that I won't repeat. And I won't do something that is destructive to the relationship that I'm with you now.
That's the other night when me and Wiz were talking about Becky need to get some love too. You need to break Becky off. Don't get upset at Becky because Becky was there at one time playing her position. She wasn't being competitive and trying to be number one. She was a milestone, maybe something he had to get past in order to come to you a more whole and fulfilled man. Yep. If you looking at me and you smiling and I'm doing that thing to you and you just all happy, or I'm just on the phone with you and just breathing on you, you feel me, and giving you good game and wisdom or praying for you, believe you better be ready to thank Libra. No, her name was Libra. She was a Leo. Right. Believe you better show some respect for Wanda. You understand? Believe you better show some respect for the queens that preceded you. Just like if you come to me with some fabulous talents, Like I like when I'm out and the queen touch me on my ass, or she do something really, you know what I'm saying? When she rub me on my back, real discernment, because I'm into public displays of affection, but nobody else might didn't see it. But where did she get that from? I didn't teach her. So what am I supposed to do? See, this is where you little childish little niggas get from, and y'all start saying, "Who taught you that?" Oh, so that's how you used to do him too. See, all he supposed to get, supposed to get that right there. Or put your walking shoes on, because all you got right there, ladies, is he has shown you that you about to get into some type of problem. I'm telling you, and that's what, back to the word trust. We're going to recode. Y'all got to redefine what the word trust is. Trust doesn't mean that I'm going to want you to do something I ain't never seen you do. Trust means I need to trust you for what you show me. Trust me for what you show me. If you ain't never seen me dunk no basketball, don't be expecting me to come down there and do no Dennis Smith. I got the jersey on, but don't think I'm finna do no windmill or no Shaquille O'Neal and all that. I got a nice jumper, and I like to pass, and I'm going to play D, and I'm going to hustle. You can trust that. But don't come trying to ask me romantically. The science is, I don't fix transmissions. I do astrology. You feel me? I teach these relationships. I show people how to go from a vending table to going digital so they can get these M's out here.
Yeah, they
trust that.
And then on top of that, yo, when it comes to how you were saying, let's flip it. Me as a man, any woman that I have dealt with, I know I have made them a better person for the next guy. And I'm going to tell you, I take pride in that. I still love them the same. And any nigga that date any woman I've ever been with, if them niggas knew me, them niggas will salute me. Them niggas won't be looking at me like, yo.
It should be in your PayPal up. It should be in your PayPal.
Them niggas will salute me, because one thing about it is I always let any woman I know, even when I'm with them still, baby, there's certain things that you're going to have to change, because you're dealing with a patient, compassionate man. I can't say every nigga's going to be compassionate and patient with you. So while you're with me, understand that these are things, certain fundamentals, that you're going to want to have to make sure you work on when you're with him. When you're with me, because if, let's say, something happened, you go to the next dude. You're going to take that and you're going to remember that. You're going to remember that. I take pride in that when a nigga asks you where you got your game from. And I hope you be 100 and be like, yeah, Ptah did. Ptah put me on that, my ex-boyfriend did that. Because we can be quick to say what our ex did bad. But let's talk about what they did good that made you a better person. We're talking about being real. We're not talking about holding on to these grudges. You see what I'm saying? I don't hold on to no grudge with anybody that I'm with. If anything, I sit back in my mind and I think about what I could have did better with them, just because of the fact that I care about them that much, because I was with them.
Where your Venus at?
My Venus in the 12th, so you know I deal with that compassion.
And where your Mercury?
My Mercury in the 12th. Compassion.
I mean,
you mean?
in Leo?
In Leo.
Oh, okay.
So I deal with compassion, but I also deal with a holistic view of it. You see what I'm saying? I'm at the end of the motherfucking ropes in the wheel when it comes to that. So that's a lot of energy that you have to learn to be selfless. You see what I'm saying? To be forgiving. You see what I'm saying?
This nigga's a good astrologer. This nigga's a good. This nigga's a good astrologer. That's what I'm telling you. You don't hear me co-signing jokers out here. Yeah. When you know your chart, when you can spit it like that, he's at the end of the road. Yeah. Do you know that? Never mind, because we can have a whole joint on the 12th house. Right. So we're not gonna do that. But I want to even add on that right there. The numbers getting ready to go down. I know y'all gonna be mad at this right here. Some of you have to be ready if you're in the reprogramming to a new relationship. Are you prepared to get your partner ready for their next relationship? Because the word "till death do us part" is not in no holy books. So are you prepared to go all in and let your partner leave this relationship and leave you and go and benefit someone else?
It's powerful.
Now, some women, I'm going to tell you what's one of the worst things that's out here right now is spiritual castration. So a lot of women, when they see that a man is about to leave, they try to spiritually castrate him and be like, well, them your family jewels, I'm going to cut your nuts out and I'm going to keep that. But what you don't understand is now, like 100 monkeys, that's a habit that other women are doing too. And now you passing around a man with no nuts. So then the next man come to you, he ain't got no nuts. And then you looking at him talk like you got some nuts. Well, the woman before you cut his nuts out. So the only way it's going to start working is you're going to have to invest in a man in his nuts too. by sucking on them, by rubbing on them, by doing all that, by spinning on the pole, reverse cowgirl. You're gonna have
to dresser with it.
You're gonna have to do all of that to build him up, to repair him for your sister. You keep talking about, oh, my sister wife, or the queens, the queens. We need this. It's only for the women. Uplift the king. Chief Petty Officer right here today posted on his page. He said, the girl is dying, and the only way that she can live, she got 1 hour to live, and the only way she can live is to have sex with your man. What you gonna do? What did they say on your page?
Every single woman was like, well, hey, we're going to have to just prepare for her motherfucking funeral. We're going to prepare for her funeral. Fuck her. She got to die.
It was so many RIPs on there, yo. It was so many RIPs on there. You trying to tell me that to save her life, that she couldn't sleep with your man, you just going to let her die?
Right.
That's what you saying? You in there held up like that? And yes, what they said, his mama fucked him up like that. His mama got him jammed up like that. And some of you mamas,
y'all producers,
they be upset with me too.
Go ahead.
Some of you women who have children, who have this philosophy that nobody can come around your children, well, it may be in their chart, they need to see somebody come around them. Well, then that'll be you activating the homosexual gene in them, or you'll be planting a seed in your daughter's mind that, you know what, the only way you can have a relationship with a man is to sneak. See, because no man ever comes around y'all, so, but I'm getting mine, but you never see it. So your daughter just learned that. If your daughter, like if I come around my little nephews or something, I'm smelling like a pound, then what they gonna do when they old enough to get weed? What they gonna do? Or if I'm sitting around there like, yo, come from the store, bring me a box of blunts, but don't y'all smoke. Go in the back. What you mean go in the back? The smoke is everywhere.
Right.
The smoke is everywhere. They already, if it's good reefer, as soon as I pull it out my pocket, they can smell it. So then you, what's that? Oh, don't do this. Only grown people do this. So what you just taught them was, when they get grown, then they could do crazy stuff like what you just did, which is, I don't talk about sex in front of children. Who they gonna learn from? They're gonna learn from the next nigga. Yep. That's why I'm not tripping over R. Kelly. Yep. I'm not on his side, but some of these women are taking that as acceptable, the ones who did that. Where was their daddies at? For those of you like, where's the communication at between you and the father of this child? Where you trying to act like, since he didn't bend to your will and deliver like you wanted him to deliver, then now he can't see his child, and you gonna sit there and try to stand in the line of king and queen, and then all that's gonna do is mess around and give you some fibroids. And you gonna mess around and end up and not have sex for 3, 4, 5 years. I know a woman, her child is 8, and she ain't had sex since her daughter been here. 8 years? Why? Well, you know, me and the father not together, and I can't just bring another man around. Do you know how messed up emotionally and mentally you can get when you start holding yourself away from sex? Is you crazy?
But then on top of that,
no, my fault. You will be crazy.
I always say this because I see it. That also lets me know that you're scared of love, and you're scared of the commitment in the relationship that you can possibly have, because you don't trust your judgment in the type of man that you're looking for. You see what I'm saying? You don't trust your judgment in the type of man you're looking for, so you just shut all the way down. You got to be open to love if you want it, and then you also got to be willing to be responsible enough when you get it.
Did you say responsible?
Responsible. Love takes responsibility, people. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to be all in your inbox.
Love takes responsibility.
Nigga, you getting some death threats tonight.
And you know what's funny about it? Is when you really want love, and you know that it's going to take responsibility, but you can also sit here and say, hey, okay, if it don't work all the way out, I'm fine with it because I gave my all. When you put yourself into a situation where you try, and you at least try, and you give all, and you do it in a holistic type of way, you can't be mad. That's what I'm saying. You can't be mad when you put your all in it, because if you feel resentment, then you feel resented because you feel like there's certain things you could have done, but you mask it and you say there's certain things that somebody didn't do. If there's certain things you feel you could have done, the only way you would sit here and say that you are jaded about a relationship or you feel bitter about it is because there's certain things you know you didn't do deep down inside, but you may want to sit here and not hold accountability and point at the other person.
Because you was not connected to God. It's a part that I know I'm going to make some enemies now. God loves unconditionally.
Unconditionally.
Why don't you? As hard-headed as you've been in your life, each one of you, including me and him, and everybody watching beside you, look at God still let you breathe. He still kept the bacteria off of you that could have took you out. You still got unconditional love from God. It's saying in your Bible, he breathed breath into you and made you a living soul. Genesis 126 and Psalms 82. Malachi verse. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
My shorty might put it up because she'll minister with it. She might put it up.
So, why is God loving unconditionally, but you loving with conditions?
And yes, it applies to platonic relationships, Toya. You gotta love. Let me tell you something. Speaking about platonic relationships, let me tell you something.
What?
I got cancer in the 11th house, just like you. I love all my friends. I care about my friends. I got cancer in the 11th house. I have a mothering type of relationship, but the mothering type of relationship I have is a cosmic mothering type of relationship. What I mean by that is I genuinely care about the people that are around me. You know why? Because these people are my support system. I keep people around me that motivate me. If you ain't got friends who call you and check on you, then you ain't got no real friends. If you got friends that call you and check on you, it does something to you. If you laying in the bed, man, look, I'm a dude. I got niggas who will call me and be like, hey, bro, I just want to tell you that I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate what you do for us. I appreciate what you do for the people around you. I appreciate that you always call and check on me. And guess what? The funny thing about it is, I have no clue if niggas used to do that before they met me or if I inspired them to do that because that's what I do. You see what I'm saying?
God, son. That's the G. And so you say this is applying platonic relationships. How you gonna win a game if you don't practice? How can you win a game if you don't practice? You get mad at me when I say I love every woman. That don't mean I want 10 wives.
Right.
I'm practicing for the one. I'm practicing for the one. I'm going to love hard all the way across. And that's why a lot of chicks don't want to get with me. And I scare them off. Why? It's because they like, oh, you love all the women. And so since you love all the women, then how can I know I can trust you? Nigga, right. You can know that you can trust that I love you. And in so much of God's love, you the one let me know now that you spiritually immature and ain't got no connection with God. The love that's coming out, oozing out of me for others is from my Creator. So if you come at me and talking about, you got to turn your love down. You're talking to a child of the Elohim. How am I going to turn that down?
Right.
I work very hard to get this light shining.
Right.
And then
you want me to dim it?
But remember, you chose me. I had to agree to it because I already know women choose us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Y'all run the game and all that other kind of stuff about whoop-de-whoop and all that. Right. But I'm not crazy. I done been put way up on game by some of the highest G feminine energy on planet Earth. You understand? So when you want to be like, oh, well, how do you know all that? Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Because I know how to be quiet when I get around wise women. But when I get around women who be doing a bunch of talking all the time, it's a different type of quiet. I'm not listening. I'm trying to find a way to get away from them. But you can't tell me that I got to turn my love down. Well, how am I? So now all of a sudden, when Mrs. Wright show up and she choose me, how am I supposed to just all of a sudden be able to click my love on? And I ain't had no practice.
Right.
I've been suppressing my love the whole time, afraid I'm gonna get hurt. So now I can't even go into the relationship courageous. Right. Then all of a sudden you don't want me because now you saying, oh, why you acting like a girl? Why you acting like a bitch? You ain't. You not being courageous. Whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop. Right. How that's working? How that's working? What up, Miss Brown? What's up, Omi Funke? What's up, I don't know if that's Mr. or Mrs. Haley, so I'm gonna just say, what's up, Haley? Peace, peace, thank you. If you just got here, make sure you share this. Press 1 if you're gonna share this video. That's on both streams, on Ptah's page and on Coach Khayr's page, man. Get this out here. This is the one we need to have to go viral. This kind of message right here. We challenging 2 queens anywhere in America or the world to sit down and do one of these like we just did. And organize it. You see what I'm saying? But really wasn't nothing but a phone call 2 days ago and was like, we need to do something. Then he hit me today. I hit him today. I was like, what you gonna do? He's like, get off at 8. Whoop-de-whoop. Boom. When he got over here, I had everything. He ain't hungry. He ain't thirsty.
Not at all. The homie, I'm with a toy, so y'all know we in the building.
We had the resources. We didn't already put the
Right.
We put the tools. We put the tools together. Yeah, he just being good. I'm over here sipping on the pineapple juice, but we got bottles on deck if it was if it's necessary. If that's what you want. Wine give me a headache, but my company, when you come through, it's a lot of times I be telling jokers, man, just come to the office, man. Let me check. I want to turn y'all into some money or whatever. Which just goes back to what you said about making a brand together. I got to loop back to that right there. Yep. I want to know what your identity is. Because as the man, that's my position as one of the four, the monk. The monk is supposed to set the plan for the family, himself, and the children, but included around what the woman wants. So we're supposed to wrap around. I'm supposed to take the family, my goal, and the children goal and wrap it around what you want. So what is it that you really desire? But see, if you come in and you want to control the whole family, you want to control the children, you want to control the man, and then you're going to be depleted. Your magnet is going to be spent because now you acting like electricity, which is my lane.
And that takes me to this point. If you loving out of fear, are you really loving?
I dare you to say it again.
If you're loving out of fear, are you really loving? Is that really love? You see what I'm saying? Or are you just masking something deep down inside to the point where you just use this as a coping vessel? But the difference between real love is that love heals, though. That's the thing. Do you want to be healed by love? Of course, people say, yeah, you can get hurt by love, but no, you can learn. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it feels some type of way when you get certain things going, but guess what? That's a chance to learn and look at something and see how you can learn a lesson from it. That's what I always do. You know what I mean? You can't love if you're afraid. You see what I'm saying? You can't love. There's fear and love don't go hand in hand, straight up, like off the rip. That's why when I tell people straight up, yeah, if you've been hurt before, you had certain things going, yeah, but I'm stronger than that. I come back into a new relationship with the same zeal and the same love I had for the last person that I just had to depart from. But when I go through that, guess what? I learned that at the end of the day, I never really hated them. They showed me a lesson. And another thing, you got to get out of thinking that this right here is just your body and this is you're your body. Look at this world as a really spiritual, magical world, because it really is. These are people that you've been dealing with prior to this lifetime. So they're showing you a lesson. You learned a lesson. That may have been a time where you was together. Then it's time for y'all to break apart, for y'all to gradually keep on growing. And trust me, I always had exes around me because when they come back around, I can look at them in a different light and I can see how they grew and they see how I grew. And I feel content. You know what I'm saying? I feel content when I see them again, they come back around. Even if they call me, whatever, we FaceTime, whatever, I always let them know, I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to hear from you. It ain't with the, oh, I'm happy to see you, baby. What's up, baby? Let me run. It's no, I'm genuinely happy to see you because I'm happy that you're still here going through this thing called life with me. Because if you ever need me, I'm still here. You got exes who will call me up. They want me to help them move because they ain't got no other man around to help them move, but they know they can call on Ptah. And they know I don't mind helping them.
And you know why they ain't got nobody? Because they don't want to practice. Because they think that it's got to be conditional. So if he helped me move, then he gonna think I'm supposed to do something else with him, and I don't want to be bothered.
And guess what they said before? One of them said before, oh, I ain't got no money. I ain't doing it for the money, baby. I love work to come over here to help you for a second. You know why? Because I care about you, and I know that you don't have nobody else around. I knew that before you called me. I knew that when we got broken up, that this was never going. I knew all of that because I know what type of man I am. I know what I showed you. I know what I gave you. And I ain't talking about materialistic. I'm talking about I know what I gave you for your soul to the point where you'll always remember me. And I know that these lessons will carry on. I care more about the day when you call me up and you say, hey, I remember that time when you went to this. I finally got it. That makes my heart feel happy. I feel like I did my job. You see what I'm saying?
And you miss those things when we be trying to give y'all stuff in a relationship and then you be resistant from it, thinking that you can wait till later.
Right.
See what I'm saying? He who waits often finishes last, or she who waits. You're not promised that nothing lasts forever. It's suns out here that's done exploded. The sun that you get light from right now, it's gonna burn out one day. It ain't gonna always be life on this planet Earth. So then, what about expanding my consciousness? Did you know that 95% of your consciousness is interacting with the rest of the known and unknown universe? So why am I so much stuck into this one person right here? Yep. How am I gonna get to God then I can get you the rest of the known and unknown universes if I'm sitting there just all up in your face. Peace, Meek, what's happening? So how can, like, it's impossible. It's impossible for me to even try to want to maintain such a small, minuscule thing when we came down here to grow. What can we do together? Not what can I do for you or what can you do for me, but what can we do what can we do together while we together?
And then when you start to think on a cosmic level, you'll innately know that this is somebody that you already interacted with in a prior life, and you still will interact. So why not make this time a harmonious relationship to the point where you set yourself up for a better type of environment when you interact with them in another lifetime? You're going to see these same people again, but the thing is, always remember while you're here that you're going to appreciate, or just appreciate the people you have around them. Every time me and my shorty on the phone, that love is really, really, really there. It's really intense. And that's with any woman I dealt with, because I always make it a fact to know that, hey, I love you. I love you. Because at the end of the day, truth be told, I can walk out of here right now and never be able to see anybody again. So while I'm around them, I make that time to be about love. I make it to be a very harmonious relationship when I'm around them. You know what I mean? You never know. You see what I'm saying? It's real.
The Creator took that part of our memory so we would have new experiences.
Yep.
You don't even know. The person that you with now, that you having kids with, could have been your mama or your daddy in another lifetime.
Yep.
Or your brother. I got a person on this planet right now who stay in Canada. This is our 13th lifetime together. We done been husband and wife, brother and sister, and she done been my mama and I done been her son.
Same here.
And if you be around us for any longer than 10 minutes, you'll see all 12 dynamics come out right now. And I got a deep love for her. She got deep love for me. But she got grandchildren. I ain't got no kids.
Right.
See what I'm saying? She been married twice. I ain't never been married.
Right.
In this lifetime. But we can finish each other's sentences, you know, the whole nine. So that's why we go back to that whole thing is there's no such thing as cheating. There's no such thing as cheating, because cheating don't go back lifetimes.
Right.
You carry the same soul path around with you, the same crew, same 300 to 500 to 1,000 crew of people is who you rolling with every time. And so for some of you, hotel, melanin rich, chocolate, and it won't come off.
Right.
How about you might have been a Chinese before?
Right.
Who said your ancestry was always in Africa all the time? Please quit going through that bad program that the melanin is so strong. You have no evidence that you were of the same ancestry every lifetime.
Right.
You don't know what predated Africa. You don't know what was up under with Atlantis and Lemuria. You know what I'm saying? So then when you start saying, ooh, I gotta be with this person right here, or this person right here is whoop-de-whoop, or this is greater than the other. The person that comes to you who trying to like show you love or whatever is trying to, you know, is your activation. But then when you start saying, oh, well, I'ma just, ain't no such thing as one night stand. You ever got with somebody and the damn was so good the first night, you was like, I have been here before.
Right.
How in the world did you do that to me?
Right.
Oh, but I can't believe I let myself do that. I just met you. For real?
See, me and my shorty even having type of conversations where that happened, but guess what? I love her so much that I say, hey, you want to do that? Go ahead and do that. You know why? I know where your heart at. I know where your heart at. That's your pussy. But I know where your heart at. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes as men, the ego is very illusionary to the point, for example, just peep game. You can meet a chick off the street, right? You don't know where the fuck she just came from. She could have just been fucking and sucking, doing all this shit. All you know is you want your turn. Right?
It ain't never yours, it's just your turn.
It's just your turn.
It's just your turn.
So when I'm with my shorty, I always let her know, hey, I love you and I care about you, because you know why? This is the true gem about it. If you treat her good while you with her and you have fun, you give her things that no nigga can give her, it don't matter if another nigga giving her dick, she may come back a year later and she's still fucking with you the same way. You know why? Because you gave her something none of these niggas couldn't give her. But they gave her dick, but you gave her dick too. But guess what? You giving another chick dick, you see what I'm saying? That she could have been with her baby daddy the night before, and you don't know, but you don't give a fuck. So why act like you care that much about something that don't really matter? That's not your motherfucking pussy. And ladies, that's not your dick. But guess what? If you can have access to somebody's heart. That's a whole nother motherfucking level. Now you talking about operating on having somebody's heart. Now that takes responsibility. What are you gonna do now that you got their heart? How you gonna treat their heart? What are you gonna do?
Back to lanes again in relationship science. Women, you supposed to be the nurturer of the heart. When you get into tantra, the hardest thing for y'all is you got to see, women store all of your pain and grief down in the womb. We hold ours in the heart. So we hold ours, and the heart is behind a bony cage. Your womb is not behind a bony cage. That's why y'all have fibroids, cysts, y'all get hysterectomies and all that. We have heart failure.
You know why? That's because that's what they think their ego at.
They think that their ego is in their womb and their pussy.
They think the ego is there.
Well, some of them put it there.
That's my point. They put it there. Which brings me to my point. Why do you put it there? Is that a false sense of entitlement? You see what I'm saying? Do you feel like you have nothing else to offer? You see what I'm saying?
What happens when you get paralyzed? Is your love gone? If your back break and you can't walk, am I supposed to just leave out? That means you're dealing in a shadow relationship. If you want to know your relationship is at any time and you want to check it, is it a pussy relationship or a sex relationship or a love relationship? It's all you do is ask one question: what if I get paralyzed?
And I asked my shorty that the other day, and guess what? She said, "I'll be with you." And guess what? She said, "What happened to me? I'll be with you." You know why? Because there's something that you give me that is on a cosmic level. It's to the point where it makes me feel whole, but it also motivates me to rise to the occasion for the simple reason that you show me so much love that I gotta reciprocate it. You see what I'm saying? I got to, because of the type of integrity that I have when I deal with love. It takes a responsibility. You see what I'm saying? That's why when I be walking around the street sometimes, I see an old couple, or I may see a couple where, you know, she pushing the nigga wheelchair or he pushing her wheelchair, right? I deal with that 12 house energy. So to me, that's beautiful. Because to see that is beautiful, because you got a lot of people who don't even make it to that point, right? I actually hope that I can have somebody at that time do that. And I look at the people that I'm with when I'm with them, and I look already 60 years ahead. I look 50 years ahead just to imagine seeing them do that. And we have these conversations where we say, yeah, I can see us right now on the motherfucking front porch. And my shorty said the other day, boy, I could see myself on the front porch handing you coffee, handing you some lemonade, and I'm sitting there, I'm be the same motherfucking type of dude. You know what I'm saying? I got Moon and Aries, I'm gonna always be young, you know what I'm saying? In my mind state, I may not be able to hit that motherfucking shuffle, but guess what?
Right.
I look at how my parents are, right? My parents are going on 60, and they've been together, right? And they still deal with this type of love that's almost like a teenage love, but when I look at their chart, they're very life soul paths. You know what I mean? Like they really are together. They're really together. And I learned a lot for the simple fact that I see how they interact. My dad's a Cancer. He's a Pisces moon. He's a Mars and Taurus. He's a very loving person. He's a very masculine man, right? But for the simple fact that they have their life and they live their life and they feel complete with each other because it's each other. They complement each other. The relationships that you get in, you have to be complementary. You see what I'm saying? That's why when we talk about the whole submissiveness, you have to have a complementary relationship. There may be a time where my girl may be better at doing something than I am. But guess what? That don't make me less of a leader or less of a man. But that's what? That's why generals have soldiers also.
And advisors. See, y'all be thinking there's only just two roles. Somebody giving instructions and somebody carrying them out. It's always somebody counseling the king. I told you I like it when the police ride by and I'm just sitting there.
Feel safe, you know what I'm saying?
Right there chilling and whatnot.
Yeah.
We about getting them M's, but right now we talking about the science for right now. Don't let the dress code fool you. You understand? But anyway, the loyalty and the leadership is what keep the women coming back, brothers. The dick may fall off, but if the loyalty and the leadership gonna keep coming there, she gonna come in with some magic to make that wood stand strong. Listen, it ain't gonna fail. I used to have I be like, oh man, I gotta bring this, I gotta bring that. But guess what? As long as I got loyalty and leadership, I give leadership, she match it with loyalty. We square straight up. She gonna come bring that loyalty, and for us, loyalty is very important. When you start betraying us by telling our secrets or demeaning us in public and things like that, the first thing we pull back is on our leadership.
Oh yeah.
We pull back on the leadership.
Ain't no more gang, baby. Ain't no more motherfucking wisdom over here, baby. When you ask me a question, baby, what's your... I don't know. I don't know.
I'm busy right now.
You did.
Busy. Hold on. I'm on the other line right now. Or you swipe up and be like, I'm in a meeting or something like that.
You know what I'm saying?
It's because you went and you took that loyalty away and the betrayal came in. I got to pull the leadership back. Because as I keep telling jokers who always be talking about they want to be in a poly situation is, I'm not in a poly situation because I don't have the energy budget. He's younger than me. He got the energy budget currently. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I flirt a lot and I entertain a lot, but at the end of the day, I don't have the energy budget like that because I'm at a different place in my chart right now. And so if I don't see the pieces like that, but if I knew what I knew now, even if I was as diesel as he was, in my knowledge where he was at, I did have the energy piece. I mismanaged it though. I didn't have the science to manage it. I got the science to manage it, but I ain't got the energy to manage it because of the M's that I want and the B's I want.
That's real.
I'm after some B's right now, and I really know that with a moon in Libra in my second house, I have more women coming to me with traffic, so I can't be having sex with everybody who spend money with me. So I already like that's not what I need, but they still want to consider me lovely, sexy, and look at me as a good leader. I can continue to provide that right there because women are the generators of money.
Right.
That's why I say money is like a woman. If you don't know how to treat her, she will leave you. So y'all have to learn early and often that that's where she come from. She is wisdom. She's we knowledge, she wisdom, produces the overstanding, you know what I'm saying? And that's always gonna rise to the top. But if you sitting there not focused on where you what you are providing, woman, now I'm gonna lead over to submission. It's so important that you come with the S so you can get the L. You got to come with the submission because if you ain't submitting, I can't practice my leadership. And that's what you want. That's what every woman wants from a man is got leadership. That's what I wanted to do this video for. We done talked over an hour just so I could get to this point because he inspired me the other day. If you don't bring the S, I can't give you the L. If you don't submit, how can I practice leading? And if I don't practice leading, I'm a poor leader. If I don't practice my martial arts or my Tai Chi or my push-ups, then it gets weak. So do you want me to have weak leadership? No, because innately, I ain't talking about that old feminism. Oh, why can't we both lead?
Right.
Because you ain't built to even
and
that.
You don't want to lead. Stop playing yourself like on some real shit. You don't want to lead. You don't want to be on that battlefield. If you gonna sit here and motherfucking scream when a motherfucking roach is in the room, you don't want leadership. I'm talking about some real shit. If you motherfucking screaming in the room when a rat or a roach come through the motherfucker and you want me to get it, if you sleeping in the middle of the night and you hear the motherfucking door goddamn rattling or something, you asking me to go get the motherfucker. But now you want leadership? Come on, man. Cut that shit. Cut it.
That's not your
Straight
role.
up.
That's not your role. Y'all need to cut that, yo.
Straight up.
Y'all don't want to carry none of that. You don't even want to carry the bags up the steps.
Right.
And see, for me, also, man, you have to come back into the training. I don't even be going through that opening your door. I'm training you every which way, so you know even when I ain't there, that you already conditioned to get in front of the door and stop and wait for another man to come.
She said, "I'm tired of leading." You see what I'm saying?
What you been leading for? Hold on, I got to ask her. I said, what has you been leading for? For what? Because it ain't nothing but the decision that you have to make with you to fall back. Where your fallback game at? And a lot of times, your fallback game is not strong because of the company you keep. And you got a whole bunch of other women who sitting there talking sideways instead of talking about submitting. You better let the sideways go and start submitting so you can get some L. And then that leadership mess around to turn into the divine love that you came down here for to produce.
Now watch this. She said, what if a man doesn't know how to lead? Now this is, guess what? This is what I got to tell you, Eric.
I'm still coming back. Go ahead. He got number one, I got number two.
Leader. Every man is a capable leader. But guess what? You, as a woman, has feminine essence. You have that nurturing energy. Sometimes all you got to do is sit here, baby, I believe in you. You don't know if that man has always tried to be a leader and got shut down along the way to the point where he failed, where he felt like he failed. And all he needed was some extra attention, some extra nurturing energy. All he needs is you to charge him up with that feminine energy that you have. You will be surprised how powerful that is. When a man sometimes feels like he has reached a roadblock and he feel like there's no other way, Sometimes you don't know how powerful your love can take him to go to the next level. That man might wake up in the morning like he motherfucking slept 8 hours on the dot, and he up ready to seize the day just because you gave him some extra love and attention. You gave him some extra reassurance. You also sat there and you say, hey baby, I'm gonna be here with you along the way. When we talk about leadership, we ain't talking about you like, all right, go home, go home. I'm gonna sit here and kick my feet up. No, we talking about you being there every step of the way. As I said before in the video, leadership and us having that role is about us clearing the bushes, chopping down these trees, and you looking for the potholes and the snakes on the ground. You still have a part to play in his leadership.
And reading the weather and saying, honey, it's about to lighten. You need to come inside for a second. And honey, I need to feed you. You must eat. One of the most powerful things I ever heard that Miss Kathy told Dr. Gibson was he was just working and talking. And all of a sudden she came and said, you must eat. And he stopped right there because she was monitoring his energy levels, because if his energy levels go down, everybody's in trouble. If he's the captain of the ship, now I'm going to go back to submission. I'm going to give you a physical lesson, because then you can understand. You see this? See this? Look at all that. Watch this. They won't go in there, will they? You see that? They won't fit in there. You know why? Because there's no room. You ain't got no leader in your life because you got all this other stuff in here. So you say, what if he won't? He can't, because you have all these excuses about why this and he ain't doing that. They won't fit, but watch this. If I make room, if you create a void, it's the law of the universe. Everybody type law of the universe, hashtag law of the universe. Everybody type hashtag law of the universe. It's the law of the universe to fill voids. So if you create a space through your submission, then he will fill it properly. And you too much worrying about who the guy is. It might not be that guy right there. It might not be in him, but the universe may bring you the guy who will provide you with the leadership. You're too concerned with the color of the car versus the performance. You're too concerned. It's like people with websites. I want my website to look like this and look like that, but ain't nobody buying nothing.
And the content ain't
hitting on nothing. You got to empty out so you can fill up. So if you play your lane, then there'll be that there, because it's kings like us who looking for vacuums. And matter of fact, we ain't even looking for vacuums. We so connected to the creator that when he direct us to the shorty, when you seen your shorty, you was just like, oh, how was I doing? Was it an accident? Ain't no accident.
Right.
He was prepared though to go over there and be like, I got leadership. But if she'd have been full of stuff, it wouldn't have been no way it could have done. So sometimes you got to empty the glass out. You can't just be, you know, if the glass only half empty, then you only gonna get half a liter. So all that stuff about, why are you so afraid to submit? Because you caught up in your past. Let that go. If you trust the creator more than you trust history. See, God got more resources.
And she said, so what are ways women can submit? This is the funny thing about it. When we say submit, right, it sounds crazy to y'all who feel like all this is. Understand, we're talking about cooperation. You know why we're talking about cooperation? Because we're trying to have a harmonious relationship as well as an ideal mission to where we're trying to go in life. If you say, hey baby, this is what I want out of this relationship, I'm going to cooperate, submit, also for the simple fact that I love you enough to want you to have that, because you deserve it if you with me the same way I deserve to have this, and we should honor each other to have it. So when we talk about submission, don't get it fucked up that we're talking about you get in the motherfucking kitchen and make me a motherfucking sandwich, and it better not be too much motherfucking mayo on the beach. We talking about, hey baby, look baby, what we gonna eat tonight? I know you good cook. I know you like to cook, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, now if you in the motherfucking kitchen and you burning up shit, now me as a leader, look baby, before you cut your motherfucking hands off, let me show you, baby. This is how you cut. This is how you cut. Now you can get back to it, baby. You see what I'm saying?
What about high level submission? What about submitting to the will of the creator? See, I submit to the will of the creator that I have to stand up and be a stronger leader. Well, sometimes it's very frustrating when I'm called upon to lead and I'm tired, or I'm hunted, or I'm beat down, or I don't have the resources. But God put me in this position, so I submit to the creator. I submit to the creator's will. Well, why don't you submit to the creator's will that he gonna send a man to lead you, That's why it says helpmate. Why don't you submit to the Creator, that the Creator is creating these situations in order for you to have these experiences so you can do more of God's work down here. So your test, as it says in the Circle 7 Quran, is submission and obedience. It's an example of what you're doing for the Creator when you submit and obey to us. And I know somebody's getting ready to come on and be like, well, what if he ain't got no good leadership skills? Or what if he's not wise as y'all? Or woody woody whoop. You get what you deserve. Have you been doing things that you deserve a wise king to come through? Have you been doing things to deserve a wise king to come through?
But then, on top of this, how can you handle it? Are you able to handle what you're given at that moment? Are you able to nurture at that moment? You never know. That motherfucking rose growing from the concrete might motherfucking bloom and sit here and present you awesome fruit. Based off the simple fact that you could sit here and nurture and use your feminine essence to help. A lot of the times, women forget that. A lot of times women forget that when you get somebody that comes to you, how are you going to treat it while you got it? Are you looking at the potential of what that could be? Because guess what? Trust me. The same way I deal with any woman I deal with, I always look at her potential, what she can be. I look at what she can be and I say, hey, baby, I believe in you. If you believe in you, I believe in you because you got to believe in yourself first. I'm going to help you along the way because I want this for you as much as I want it because I want to be able to reap those benefits. Because I put in work for it and I deserve it. You see what I'm saying? I want to sit here and watch you be the greatest and the best that you could be the same way I would hope you do that for me. So if you're going to do it for me, let's put in work on each other. Let's help each other. Anytime you get in a relationship with anybody, there's a lot of work that has to be done because it takes responsibility. You can't just motherfucking take a whole bag of seeds and throw it in the field and thinking you want to get the best motherfucking crop ever because you ain't go out there and till. You ain't go out there and make sure the pH levels is right. You ain't make sure the soil ain't too acidic in the water that you watering with. You didn't make sure that the motherfucking temperatures ain't burning the fucking plants up. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about nurturing energy. We're talking about being able to cultivate. We're talking about being able to produce fruit. You see what I'm saying? Your relationship is your baby. You are the mother. He's the father. Your relationship is the baby. Based off of the dynamics of how you treat each other and deal with each other, you're going to produce a harmonious type of motherfucking relationship. If that's what you want. Now, if you want bastard-ass babies and you want to feel bitter, then you're going to just sit here and be inharmonious with each other.
And create some baby kids.
And create baby kids and go out into the world and everybody dealing with the fuck shit.
Which is why I say two ugly people belong together. First off, I don't get twisted. If you ugly and you acting ugly and you get ugly, y'all need to stay together.
Stay together.
Do not come out here trying to get crossed up with me or my man and just be like, you want me. You was ugly when you got here because you in a habit of with ugly. So it ain't got nothing to be with, oh, well, I got bomb head and my toes is done and I can take care of myself when I got my own money. Yeah, but what that inside do?
Right.
If that inside is dark, that's what that ma'at is about. Weighing the heart against a feather. You got a heavy heart. I can't be doing half your time.
Right.
You my G.
Right.
You got I do my dirt all by my lonely. You understand? So go straighten your dirt out, and then when you straighten it out, see, this is the thing when I learned when I was straightening out my dirt, I knew that the queen was somewhere straightening out her dirt on a parallel. And then in the meetup when it was supposed to. I know when I was doing dirt, it was the joker doing dirt in the parallel, and we got together faster. Yes, it was some fun, but boo, it was expensive.
Right.
On lots of levels. Especially the emotional, the finances, you know, the what ifs and the shoulda couldas. I can't handle that right now at the age I'm at. And then I get that to the young G's to be like, bruh, don't make the mistakes I made.
Right.
Fall back. He just got he finishing up a Saturn return right now. So I didn't even have nobody like that who could come and say, yo, I sent a Saturn return 12, 13 years ago. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Here go the vision, yacht.
And see, speaking of that, if you was to ask my shorty, she watching, I'll tell her all the time, hey, baby, go ahead and get yourself in order now for your Saturn return when you go through it, so you hopefully won't have to go through it as hard as a person who did not know nothing about the lessons that they should have learned. Boss up now, because Saturn don't care. Saturn don't care. Saturn cares about your growth. He cares about tearing you down to build you back up stronger.
He cares about you.
You see what I'm saying? So why not take that opportunity? That's how much I love her. And I told her straight up, hey, we ain't get married till you done with your Saturn return. No kids after that, none of that. Because there's a lot of lessons that you got to learn that I can't jump in the middle of your chart and help you. She said, yo.
This a wise man right here.
You know what I mean?
He know. Don't do it. Like for me, I don't even want to dip down. And young women are attracted to me. But I need you to be over 30, 31. You know what I'm saying? A little further than that, as a matter of fact. I ain't even really bugging like that. But, you know, I can't. I love the young shorties, but it's just that experience that, you know, I just seen y'all was, you know, going through that, man. Which is, I think we're going to pull the whole thing together to say a lot of these sciences, because we done been on here about damn near 2 hours and the replay going to be crazy. But I am going to pull this joker down and post this joker on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got the technology up in here and I can snatch this joint.
Yeah,
so that's why I think it's really important that you do learn some of these other sciences, which is why we called it, the hashtag was relationship science. Can we get everybody to type hashtag relationship science? We go back to, if you just got here late, we talked about 80-20. You got to have 80% science, 20% romance. You can go 10% either way. I can go 70-30 on the chocolate cake and the icing, and I can go 90-10. You know what I'm saying? But I can't go 50-50.
Right.
It's not going to taste right. And then I definitely can't go 70% romance and 30% science. Right. Straight ludicrous, because romance is about covering the funk up. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, sometimes we know y'all flowers, and I want to treat the flower gently and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But at the same time, we still have to keep it 100 because we came here to grow. Growth is the purpose, everything else is the result. You see what I'm saying? So we didn't come here to like be argumentative and like to be delusional. Like this brother, you know, this joker been on here all night trying to make me go hotel. Yeah, he trolling, making me go hotel with him, and I've been doing good, not paying him no attention because he not on the science. You see what I'm saying? You still caught up. I don't know what happened when you seen two brothers on here talking and you thought you was gonna educate us. Go on your channel and make your own video. Stop coming over here telling us how we should have done it. You see all the kings and queens that's watching on both channels is happy, and you're the only one trolling. You understand?
And they better be happy I'm in here with the homie, because I'm on my best behavior. Y'all know me. I'm on my best behavior.
Oh, that's on him. I didn't tell you that you had to tone down. You can turn up now. You got all that going in Leo. It doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just demonstrating, because I could easily tech you out. Not tap you out, but I would. I just tap you again on block, and then you'll be gone. But even you need to learn something too. For
real. That's why you're here. You know it. Stop fighting it, goddamn.
You here to learn too. You here to learn too. You ain't no hater. You just hiding in the background, trying to figure out. That's how most people, even when I was locked up in prison, jokers would try to learn by arguing, by trying to start something to see how you was gonna come and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de. You see what I'm saying? So it's all love, brother Haley. We got your name straight. We know you a man, and the ladies are seeing you on here. And if they want
and your inbox is dry as fuck. They ain't gonna fuck with you, homie. You know what I'm saying? We happy. We in here cooling. You know what I'm saying? We spreading love. We giving good vibes out. This nigga in here hating on the guys. Hating on the guys. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, you can't win. You can't win like that, so it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you can't beat them. But we don't want you to join us. We don't need you. We good. We got a whole nother crew. We don't want you. And that's another thing, ladies. Watch the toxic folks that you around. I'm talking about, like, so for me, I'm looking at the women to be like, what's the crew? If she got a toxic crew, male or female? When I'm being summed up, ladies is gonna be like, yo, is he with some toxic or whatever? I'm sure that tomorrow somebody who missed this on your page is gonna be like, damn, that nigga had Khayr over here. What? And then somebody gonna wake up tomorrow and say, damn, he had Ptah in his joint. They're going to sit and watch the whole thing at work. Headphones on. They're going to be like, they're going to be typing.
They're going to be at work just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, customer service, how can I help you? They're going to pause the video.
Yep.
This video going to take 8 hours for somebody to watch tomorrow. Yep. Believe that.
We're going to get y'all through y'all motherfucking hump day. You already know.
Yeah. This is going to take y'all all the way through the week for y'all to be digesting on this bad boy right here. Because what we doing is bringing y'all the buffet. Because as we said, 2 of America's Most Wanted. Ain't nothing but a gangster party now. That's what we should have been telling y'all from the gate. That's what we need. Hashtag ain't nothing but a gangster party. Let me see how many of y'all can put ain't nothing but a gangster. Y'all gonna do gangster party for sure. Cause that's all it is. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But we don't have to have hammers and heat on us all the time because
appreciate you, Queen.
This is my most dangerous weapon right here.
Right.
This right here is the most dangerous thing that we got, and it's also the safest thing that I got when I got it under control, and I'm trying to elicit that same thing and reprogramming how we do relationships, because all these sciences go back to relationships. If we're going to make it, every house in the zodiac still relates back to relationships. Right. About how I am with myself, what I have and what I value, how I communicate, what I feel, how I love, how I will, what I serve, what I work with, how I relate. The 7th house is the double relation. 8th house is what I desire. You know what I'm saying? The 9th house is like what I see, how I philosophize. 10th house, what my responsibilities are. Everything's about relationship. 11th house, what I know. 12th house, my secrets and my beliefs. All of these things that you have to be familiar with if you're going to be in this gangster party. Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
And I'm gonna tell you what's gangster. While we're talking about gangster, love is gangster.
Woo!
Spirituality gangster. You feel me? They don't hear me. They don't hear me. Love is gangster. And you know why love is gangster? Because love can transform. Love can heal. And if you're really dealing with love, love is godly. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about supreme shit here. We're talking about supreme. We ain't talking about no mundane, low-level shit. We're talking about supreme shit. You see what I'm saying? That's how gangster it be. And I'm going to tell you how gangster love is. You can show somebody else how to love themselves, then they never know how to love themselves until they met you. And then when you get with them, they change their whole demeanor. Their aura start glowing because they've been around you. You affected them in a positive way. You see what I'm saying?
Ashe.
Real shit.
I don't even really drop hard Ashes no more, but I'm going to have to drop a hard Ashe on that one right there.
Real.
Love is gangster. When you make their feet float, you keep their feet off the ground. They never seen it before. Because love is your quote-unquote alkaline, high vibration diet. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be around somebody who got this kind of diet, but the thoughts that's coming out their head and out their mouth is too foul.
Right.
Give me a spiritual meat eater who know how to fall back, who moist.
You did.
And submissive and can follow instructions and who looking at the long range and who want to win the championship.
Right. A lot of motherfuckers don't want to win a championship. They just out here want to motherfucking take a picture. Like, nah, we trying to hold up the motherfucking trophy. You see what I'm saying?
What?
A lot of motherfuckers just trying to get on the team. We trying to win.
What?
You see what I'm saying?
They just playing free agents?
They scrimmaging out here. They scrimmaging. You see what I'm saying?
They're not serious.
They scrimmaging. But look, they look at the scrimmage and they think they in the playoffs. Like, no, to get to the playoffs, you got to go through some shit.
You don't even have a real game jersey.
Right.
That's a practice jersey.
Right. That's a practice jersey.
That's a t-shirt that you pulled over your shoulder pads and wrote a number on it with one of these pins.
Right.
That's not a jersey. You got to get a jersey, like a jersey got like official, like got a sponsorship on it. See the Adidas, see how I pull this and don't tear? Like, that's a jersey. Like what some of y'all doing, you ain't got no jersey.
But then look, they got a nerve to want to hold this jersey on, they ain't want to sweat in their jersey. Any motherfucking playoff player, they sweating in their shit, son. That shit might shrink by the time they get out of it, because you know why? They put that much work in it. It might be some tails on the motherfucker. You know why? But guess what they got right beside that jersey? That motherfucking goddamn championship. You feel me?
I don't like LeBron, but I seen the nigga in the gym yesterday. He just lost a championship. It's a long time before the season start back over. He's already back in the gym, sweating, and got 3 championships. Done been to the finals 11 times through sweat equity. Some of y'all don't want to work in here and talking about you want it.
They better show you that they worthy of it. What?
Okay.
Run some laps out.
Listen,
motherfucker.
Don't come running up on us talking about show me I'm worthy of the pussy, because the first thing I run back up on you is show me you worthy of the protection. Show me you worthy of the leadership. You talking about worthy of the pussy? I can get pussy if I can't get bubble gum.
Right. And I can pay for pussy. You can't pay for this motherfucking wisdom, leadership, and guidance, baby.
Sorry.
And loyalty.
It's tough to rent. It's tough to rent.
For real.
And it ain't for sale.
Right.
So what is you talking about? So you have to put that in to say, yo, I'm willing to put some sweat equity in. And could it be painful? I ain't gonna tell you could it be painful. It's gonna get painful because it's an incline to come up this mountain. I tell them all the time. What do the Kung Fu masters? Do you see Kill Bill?
Yep.
Pai Mei in the white?
Yep.
Was it the bottom of the mountain or the top?
He was at the top.
Who was with him?
He was by himself.
Why? Because he had that supreme Kung Fu. And when she came up the mountain, she was all tired to learn that style.
Yep.
She had to go up the mountain to get the next style.
Right. And then what that nigga do?
Submit
Man,
her.
go right back down with the motherfucking, bring back water. Put the water on the motherfucking stick. Come back up this motherfucker. I want to see how bad you want it, baby.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
the air at the top of the mountain is thinner.
Yep.
And you have to change how you breathe to make it at greater heights. So all of you women who want things at greater heights and you men, you have to be able to change how you breathe here. So it ain't even about your melanin if you don't know how to breathe. I can make it without melanin. I can't make it without breathing. So as you go up the mountain, the air is thin up there. Carol, what I tell them, what I tell you all the time, what we say, the air is thin. Every time you have an experience with somebody who's agitating you, it's because they so used to breathing toxic air at the bottom of the mountain.
Yep.
They down here at the toxic. When you look at a mountain, you can't see they say they call them snow-covered peaks. Because the cloud level is right there. So if you go through them clouds, that air up there is totally different in Denver than it is right here on Spring Street. Or in Conyers, or in Columbia, or in Miami. You got to be at another level and be ready to take and do what it takes for you to elevate your conscious. I'm always talking about. You ain't conscious unless you expanding.
Right. Right, don't burn them yams, shawty. Somebody she got her yams in the oven, about to burn them shits over there fucking with us. You know what I'm saying?
Just have to fold over to the kitchen. You ain't got that kind of Wi-Fi. What's going on?
Put the little wool mitt on.
We'll be right here. Yeah. Don't burn it. Don't do that now because we get a little. We ain't gonna get too offended, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the point I wanted to say is that the air is thin up here. And that don't mean it's easier for me. That's why I gotta keep my composure. Breathing slower, not overreacting. And that's also how I had compassion with myself and other people, is because I can see what somebody's breathing pattern is at. Like the brother that's trolling on here. You a chest breather, you know what I'm saying? Because you keep on wanting conflict, even though we done already called you. We already gave you your little 2 minutes already. He's still chest breathing.
He do a lot and he don't think. He do first and he don't think. He do first and don't think. He don't think about the consequences. He just want a reaction for him moving. Like, that's mundane, homie. That's real mundane, my nigga. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
See, that's G code when men talk to men like that. And the ladies, you know what the ladies do?
Just like that.
Get over there and get pretty.
Yep.
Get on your fallback game.
Yep.
I don't need to see all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. We don't have to keep up with what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? We want to see what the listening game is like.
Right.
We'll see what the listening game is like. Set the phone on the charger in my room. But we appreciate you, Rob, for providing for the family and getting jewels at the same time. Because for sure, this brother right here passing out major keys today.
You know,
DJ Khaled, we know you looking. DJ Khaled, we know you looking. DJ Khaled, it's okay. Just holler at us. You know what I'm saying? We'll take 4 round trip tickets to Miami.
Indeed.
Right. Just hit us in the inbox and we'll let you know where to get those too. And I know. We said 4. You right. I need 8 round trip tickets. There we go. And we'll be. Or you can just send the jet. Don't just send the plane because you
just send the PJ to us.
You were my cousin. You were Hove. So come on. You know what I'm saying? So
yo, we appreciate y'all, man, because we do. And the thing is, we do this from the heart. You see what I'm saying? We do this from the heart.
But y'all should donate to his PayPal. Y'all need to be hitting him up now, just because. So and
we do it all.
Y'all see, get the brother a feature. He probably on his 8th album by now. Trying to get him on Tidal. Like the rhymes is legit. It is straight no chaser. And no, all of y'all ladies can't have him. You know what I'm saying? You got to work that out. You understand? But this is something that you can attain to and work for to get you a Ptah or a Khayr in your local area.
Right.
This song get one in your local area. That's it, man. Because you do deserve it if you put the work in. Yeah. But if you don't put the work in, then how could you say, well, I deserve it? No, you don't. You deserve what you get, and you get what you deserve. Mm-hmm. That's one of the most painful lessons I had to learn myself about how I even come to this situation right here. So that's just me. Rudy, Omi Funke, I appreciate all of y'all. I don't know, how do I give all the shouts out? What's up? Carol, Eric, Luna, Shelby, Vicky, Meek is in the building, Omi Funke,
whole lot of people
Rudy, all of y'all, even though some of y'all I can't see, I might be strangers. Yeah. Right, so check it. She said, I take Mondays. Hey, that's from that song. That's for the girl. I think I heard that song was like, you can take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then she can take Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I heard that right there. I know what you're saying, Fly Crawford. You ain't talking over my head. I seen this. I know what you're talking about. What's up, Astro Pluto? Also, if you sent me a friend request from you over, you want to Ptah's people, so you have to also send me a message because I do not accept jokers who don't speak. Okay, right. So don't send me no friend requests and then be like, he didn't accept me. I don't know you. I saw you on. All you got to say is I saw you on Facebook Live or whoop de whoop. Say something. Say peace. Right. But if you don't speak, because I have like maybe 1,000 people that's over there chilling now who already have not spoke. So it ain't nothing to me because I ain't on here to be your friend. I'm on here to challenge you to think. Yep. That's why I was so animated about this because this doing God's work. Because both of us, we gathered in God's name. We ain't here for us because if it was that the case, I do have a way to charge you. We could have set up a webinar and charged you $9.99, $999. I ain't talking about $9.99. But for the keys we gave up tonight, you know what I'm saying? We doing this because we really want to uplift humanity. That's really what's up right there.
Patty said, my bad, I invite the hotel guy, my bad. Hey, don't trip, don't trip. Don't even trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you see that? Accountability.
Yep.
She was like, that's me.
Yep.
That was me right there. What you need to do, bro, is go back and stop talking to us and go thank whoever invited you.
It's an honor.
It's an honor for you to be here.
Yeah.
For you to be, it's an honor for somebody, that you to even be friends with somebody who know us enough to share it so you could come through and see and get some keys and jewels. Because I know for sure you're going to be in somebody's inbox tomorrow trying to use some of this damn science. I'm sure. Just don't misuse it. I want y'all to, you know what I'm saying, get your wood right. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to, you know what I'm saying? I want you ladies to get your back straight, you know what I'm saying? Or curved or feel it all up in your throat and all that other good stuff like that right there. But don't misuse what we gave you, okay? Because it come with a price now. It come with a price, and you can't enter into heaven on stolen knowledge, stolen light. You can't enter into heaven on stolen light. So work for this, earn it. You want to see, boom, Ptah, can I be your student? Get in the man inbox, you know what I'm saying? Khayr, you got a program for us? Get in my inbox and ask me that right there and get into something structured.
And then on top of that, don't get it fucked up. When you're dealing with real ones and the type of age we in, don't get caught up in, well, he's cussing in this. Look, understand you're dealing with real ones and the knowledge come raw because you know why? We're in a different age. Stop being dogmatic. We're in the age where you gotta hear it like this because you know why? We trying to not motherfucking stimulate your ears. We trying to stimulate your soul. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna apologize anyway for all my profanities because me personally in my own personal development, I still am. I understand keeping it real like that, but for me, I am working on being non-profanity in my diet. For me personally, but I don't be like, no, God, he didn't kind of come here and be like, no, you can't say shit tonight, and you can't say such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, and that's me. You know what I'm saying? So in the guys I serve, I got to go and apologize for them for me, but that's on me. I take that. They know where my heart is at. I don't mean no ill will or none of that to them or nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, don't get too caught up in, like my man said earlier, don't get caught up in the semantics too hard. But sometimes you have to get caught up into the semantics.
And I'm a passionate person, so
we passionate.
We passionate. In my moon trine Mars, so I speak with passion. I'm emotionally entitled to what I talk about. For the simple fact that I do this because I care. If I didn't care, and if I was doing this with an ulterior motive, I'd be like, yeah, so you wanna this and this and you know. Nah, we talking about what we care about.
My moon trine Mars too. And Libra and Gemini.
I'm passionate about this.
And my moon trine Venus too. Now you talking. And my Jupiter trine Mars and my Uranus trine Mars. That's why I'm like one of them 0 to 60 niggas. You know what I'm saying? I try to leave it, but then you start pushing the buttons, and all of a sudden you see that Uranus trine Mars, and then you be trying to figure out what happened and be like, why he was all, I thought he was in that medical. I am. I like to stay on that side of the lane. You know what I'm saying? But if it happens, and then the clap go, it really was in the chart. I'm trying to manage it. I'm just trying to manage it. Carol, stop laughing.
She said, Khayr, what's your Mars sign?
Oh, there she go right there. May 17th, I get a year later. But my Mars is in Gemini, and my moon, Jupiter, and Uranus is in Libra. Yes. So Mars and Venus is trining all of that down there. There's a lot of action going on. Plus, Jupiter is transiting Libra right now, too. So I got the accent. And Jupiter is sitting on my moon. My moon is at 14. Jupiter's at 15, like right now as we speak, right now. So we picked a good time. We was looking at the strategy of the thing like two generals. You see what I'm saying? Not just willy-nilly. So we appreciate y'all who stayed up late. Thank y'all for sharing. What'd you say, Meek? I'm visualizing more videos of you too. Astrology and relationship science. Well, we're trying to get that sponsorship from Pharaonic. You know what I'm saying? For sure, if we get the sponsorship now, you'll definitely see some more videos for sure. Now we'll show y'all around the whole city of Atlanta. If we get that Pharaonic, you know what I'm saying? He got some crazy gold flakes that I need to do for the rest of the. I really, you got a shorts outfit. Yeah, for sure. Gemini's. Oh, you got Gemini. Astro Pluto. Where your Venus at? I need some Venus recognition. I need to know what sign. Oh, she got Venus in Virgo? That's why she here. Because she like a man with a plan. She ain't going anywhere. My bag. She ain't burning yams all up. Oh, they talking about a plan?
Oh, so you got Martin. Yeah.
I want to know the Venus.
And she leave a moon.
Oh, hey Toya. What up, baby? Venus in Virgo on the 10th. Boom. I don't know how he be remembering, like.
I know that's my shawty right there. I know her chart. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, nigga, you remember everybody's chart.
I do. And she know mine. That motherfucker know mine. She be like, hey, you know this is transient right now. Watch out for this. You know
726, happy birthday to me.
Cap, I love Venus.
Oh, we got a birthday up in here. 726, happy birthday. Thank you for showing up. You could have been anywhere in this world, but you decided to be here with us tonight.
With the guys.
That's right. You got that science popping off. Venus and Sag in the 9th. He want to go. He wants some long distance coaching. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's all good. He got to teach us something. You know what I'm saying?
He the Scorpio 12, Mars and Aries. Oh, Brandy. Okay, Brandy.
That's what we like. I like building with his squad. When you got to come on here, you got to know what your stuff is. You can't just be on here just, oh well, I think I'm over here and whoopie whoop. Don't come over here talking about we think and whoopie whoop. All of you ladies, y'all stock value is just going up and up and up. And it's okay if you're making it tougher on the next nigga because now you make him pull his pants up and raise his game up.
Right.
That's the program.
Make that nigga level up for real.
For sure. Venus and Scorpio. What's up, Each Diva Ray? What's up, man? She'll cut you.
Yeah, I did her chart. Venus Scorpio. I did each chart. She out the chain. She the homie.
She'll cut you, right. Venus and Gemini. Some more of that over there. Yeah, Gabrielle said she gonna love what she wanna love.
Yup.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And they better keep her motherfucking stimulated because she got ADHD in love. God damn.
Why you calling me out, man? Damn. Why you telling all my business out here in the day? He just nasty with it. That's all I eat.
Yeah. If you come to me for it, you know what I'm saying? This is the homie right here. If you come to me for it, I'm going to give you that real, and it's going to be raw, and it's going to be petty and uncut.
I'm going to get to you hard, too. Mine just being private.
Yeah.
Mine be hard and in your face in private. You know what I'm saying? Rod Cool told me we had to tone it down a little bit because if I get too hard about it on you in the streets, then you be like, oh, you embarrassed me.
Right.
Whoop-de-whoop. So, I don't want y'all to think, like, but he can tone it down and I can get wide open with it. But then, for me, you don't want me talking about no abortions in public. Right. Stuff like that I see. So I just wait until we just in private so I can just be all the way out. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know what he talking about.
Rose said service acting crazy.
Huh?
It's all good.
Hey, so we appreciate y'all. We're going to try to come back only if y'all liked it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, First off, what did you gain? Name one thing that you gained out of this tonight. So we need some feedback. I need feedback from your crew.
Yeah.
And y'all get Ptah, what y'all got from him. And if I want Ptah's crew to give me something back and tell me one thing one jewel you got tonight that you're gonna be able to use tomorrow. Because that's one thing I do like about A. Rashid. Take something I gave you today and go use it immediately. I'm about practical application. I ain't trying to. I'm from high level to eye level, so you can use it. So please tell me one thing that you got tonight that you can use tomorrow, and please tell the God one thing that you got from him. You know what I'm saying? And show the God appreciation. You know what I'm saying? Throw some hearts up. And if you on a scale of 1 to 10, how do we do? 1, we suck and we should never do this again.
Never.
And 10, we mashed off in the low ride. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We still out there with the Ninja 1300.
Pretty real emotional with it. You know what I'm saying?
So that right there, great job, Khayr. I'm gonna remember what you said about being at the top of the mountain and changing and breathing to elevate to the next level. Thank you.
He said, "I'm going to them DM straight up."
Say what?
He said, "I'm going to them DM straight up." You got to. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I mean? For real. Yup.
Yes, Carol. Eric is 2 shell. Absolutely.
Got a 9.8. Okay.
I'm with that right there. 9 17. I was born on May 17th.
Yeah, indeed.
So I'm with that right there. Ooh, submission equal leadership. Create the void. Ooh. That's a she's a sun Sag. I don't know what the rest of
I can see it in her. I can see her Abby. I can tell she's Sag.
Huh?
Yeah.
You peeping all the way through the Abby?
Yep. I can see I got 2020. I can see that she had. I can just tell by her facial features. You know. That's how deep astrology get, y'all. And speaking of that, we got to definitely do a motherfucking relationship astrology, just strictly the relationship astrologies, and on some
this was a teaser right here. This was
a teaser on some shit like, you know, they gonna be like, I met this Libra and then. But make sure when y'all come back with that, make sure y'all got them niggas charts, and niggas make sure y'all got the women's charts. So when we go in, we can go and just have fun. Instead of they charts, so when we go in, we could just talk about it. We ain't gotta type every single one.
Because if he had to move his hands to the keyboard because you ain't bringing information, I'm going to make you pay him. He ain't giving up nothing. I'll hit stop and finish, and you won't get nothing. So bring the information and stop making us do all. If we're going to volunteer it for you, then you can't come out here and make me keep pulling. I got to go pull up your chart and his chart.
Right.
How about now?
Right.
How about that? You feel me?
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Because you ain't really serious anyway. And we're not here to entertain you. Right. I don't have to do now another free reading for nobody to stunt on what my skills are.
Right.
Because for one, with social media, somebody would have been and said something that I don't deliver. You understand? My rent ain't late, all my bills is paid, and I travel like I want to when I'm free, and I don't work for nobody because of my accuracy. So don't come, they be like, well, show me what you got. What can you tell me about Geminis?
Right.
It's after Taurus and before Cancer. Well, you know what I mean. Oh, you want to book a reading?
Right.
I got a website for you.
Right.
Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I know my rising sign. That's all you got. I can do that. I can figure the rising sign by myself.
Yeah, they always be doing that. I got Venus in Capricorn. I'm like, okay, what house? I don't know. Let me go check.
Don't frustrate the person trying to help you, man.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we did say Gemini, Carol. Yes. Carol, you want to get a real reading? I'm not saying that you ain't got a real reading, but this joker right here, yeah, she team Gemini too. She's been working on her mouth for a little while. She's doing really good though. She's doing really, really good. I'm supremely proud of her for all that what she got going on. Hold on, what they giving Ptah shout outs? Ptah, you always hold it down, baby. Great job. I like what you said about how you can't fear and love. Love heals and love is gangster. Ooh.
Love is gangster. And look, that remind me of the Boondocks. Love is gangster. Corn is gangster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, that mouth. Absolutely. What that mouth do. Praise white Jesus.
What's up, I'm Rose. Appreciate y'all tuning in for real, for real. We appreciate all y'all.
Y'all staying up late night tonight, but we're going to let y'all go because this ain't no webinar. We didn't know. This is why we, you know what I'm saying, our assistant producer over in the peanut section was like, y'all going to do the 6 things tonight? we was like, no, you have to just watch first to see, because I think we might have covered more than 6 tonight if you go back and catch it. What's up, Karen? I don't know where the hell you been. Your ass should have been up in here way early this morning. The way you be doing them up there in Charlotte. I see you. I see you peeping in here late for class.
Right.
You're going to have to go to detention, which means you have to watch this whole thing over before you go to bed. Now take that.
And then report back to them, tell them what you learned.
That's right. And you don't get no Jello after lunch tomorrow night.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Come back. This is appreciate. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be back. We gonna go in.
Can y'all tell him? Yeah, should he come back? I told him. Yeah. I told him I got to have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he be over there, way over there in the west side, way over there in the backyard. But it's all right. We're gonna get it popping.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
You 3 hours ahead of you. You mean behind? Because if you 3 hours ahead of us, you in the water. Because it's 5 hours to get to London, so 3 hours is somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic. So you must be on a cruise or something.
Cali.
Something.
Oh yeah, so y'all can contact me on Facebook. It's PTAH space RA space TEHUTI. So that's Ptah Tehuti. You see what I'm saying?
And if you scroll down, you'll see that we just took a picture together, and I got him tagged in the picture. So you can just go down, see the picture, and just run right through it. 2 of America's Most Wanted. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
If y'all ain't friends with the homie Khayr, he gonna get it to you.
Speaking of, you know what I'm saying, CoachKastrology.info if you want to get a consultation. Selfmastery28.com, selfmasterytantra.com. If you want to learn the science, I got a whole course, Keep It Simple astrologycourse.info. Right now it's at $2.99. I just because the jokers in here told me I'm underpriced at $2.99 and told me to stop that. They done made me restructure they don't even do astrology, and was like, you have to restructure your pricing. So I'm moving it to another platform. So before it get over there, I think it's gonna be like $650 or $700, because they just told me, they was like, that's just too much for what they're paying. So right now it's like $2.99 or $2.97, something like that. So definitely keep it simple astrologycourse.info, and see me on Twitter, see me on Instagram. I ain't really popping on Twitter like that, but I do have an account.
I don't be on there, but my shorty just swell up and down. I need to get on that, which I agree, but I ain't got time to do it. I'm a talker. I be doing so much. I be moving around so much.
But they got a video on Instagram.
Live feed, yeah.
They got a live feed on Instagram. We might do one of them jokers over there shortly. Yeah, Karen, you need to get that book finished too.
Rose, I got you. Just hit me up. Let me know. I see my PayPal info. We can lock it in anytime.
Right. Commit. What y'all need to do is hit that donation button. Just already for the jewels that the guy gave you. Anyway, DM that man and say, what's that PayPal link? You never know what you'll get. You never know what you get. Somebody was to hit me and be like, you know what? I'm feel so thankful I'm eating y'all for $5 just because.
Right.
You don't know what I might turn around and do. I got ancestor money. I got PDFs. I got books on deck. I got all digital. I got for real. I could really lace you. You never know. You never know. But I ain't making no promises. I don't want you to make none. Who that need to read the ASAP? Oh, and what we say, you should get 2, so you can get 2 perspectives, 2 angles. Don't just be like, oh, I already got one from Khayr. I don't need one. No, you need 6 readings a year, actually, from like 7 people. Yeah. If you really want to stay, you need somebody to do with tarot, 2 people to do numerology, because somebody's going to catch something that the other person didn't see, because that's their specialty. You know what I'm saying?
I like Astro Pluto Queen. She do palm readings, and she dope in astrology. She do palm readings. Her thing is, she official with it. Palm readings.
She in Atlanta?
Yep.
Is she cute?
Yep. That's the one that I was on FaceTime with. It's the shorty.
Hi. That's your queen, though, I thought.
Yep.
Oh, well, you all in the building. I'm talking about, well, hey, it was not familiar. Oh, she got to meet Giant then. One of my homeboys, he from India.
Okay.
He be up in here. He's a hard body, but he do some palm reading too.
Nice.
All right, so something different than the name of my book. Thank you for inspiring me and setting me straight to do it too. Yeah, cause she got the it's like lesbian confessions.
Okay.
It's like Zane
for the lesbian. Okay.
Well, everybody want to read it.
True.
Because ain't nobody really wrote no book for, you know what I'm saying, confessions like that. So word up, I am a sapiosexual. You can believe that all day. All right, so we're going to always close out in prayer. I appreciate y'all for stopping through, and we're going to get at y'all in a minute. Anabakor, Gidjalak Yaminka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvanu, Taharanu Nara, Nagibor, Deshay Yakadeka, Kabavat Sharman, Barkantar, Ramrakame, Zika Taker, Tamid Gamman, Kasim Kadosh, Baru Tufka, Nahel Adateka, Yakit Gahe, Layamcha Pane, Zokrea Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Tazakatanu, Yodea to Alamo, Baruch Shem, Kavomakuto, Malam Vaed. Peace.
Peace.